cowboy's hat. I'm getting wet, I'm getting wild, and you can't.
Your motorcycle's not working well.
You sound like who's that hillbilly that plays a chainsaw for a guitar?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. But what I do know...
You mean the new lead bassist for Sacco?
Yeah! You mean the person who just changed my life for the better? Can I
Yeah.
change it? Alright, that's me. Oh, we don't have green screens. Bummer.
Yeah.
The one thing I do know, Delco Jesus, is that it's an every other Tuesday in Delaware County, Pennsylvania, and this is Delco Live!
Wow, I got a rage boner.
Yeah, dude.
Someone's been doing a lot of amphetamine.
Yeah! So that's
How's
the
that weight
moral of
loss
this
going?
episode. This is... Oh, it's an intervention. I'm not falling for your fucking...
Yes, we had this all set up. We've been doing Delco Live for almost 2 years just to get you for that intervention.
Well, Al, why don't you tell them why you and me are miserable right now?
Oh, the weight loss competition? You want to go there? All right.
Yeah, just start
So, Joe McGee has the Fat Boy weight loss competition going
Well,
on.
in true fashion, I said I was going to lose 61 pounds before Delco Day, and then I believe he's just like, I can make money off this.
Yes.
Hey guys.
Yeah. So, he has 10 contestants, and 2 of them happen to be Hollywood and myself.
Yeah.
And,
We're the top 2 on the chart, by the way. We're
Top
the first
2.
2 mentioned.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
We have the weigh-in this last Thursday. We'll be weighing weekly. He'll be having updates and all that stuff. I topped the scales at 295, 296.
I shattered that.
Were you the heaviest?
Oh, yeah, dude. I hope so.
No, you were second heaviest.
Someone came in at over, like, 400 or something?
Someone came in at like 395. Or
Wow.
399.
I was... Wow.
Yeah.
I know that I am fat, and I could tell you that I was probably, like, going into it, like, 360, 370, and then, like, those, like, 10 days beforehand, it was eat so much shit to just, like, get fatter, to get the numbers up so you can just, like, shed it out. I couldn't even eat a last meal because this concept of food was disgusting me at that point. I came in at 393.6.
3 points.
I truly feel that is way too high from what I am, but
Well,
you never know.
I like when I tell people, people are like asking me about the competition. They're like, "How much did you weigh?" I'm like 295, 296. I forget exactly. And they're like, "Oh, you don't look it." I'm like,
Yeah.
"It's not what my health's telling me."
Yeah. You and my knees would disagree.
Yeah, you and me passing out when
Yeah.
tying my shoes would tell me otherwise.
Yeah, I can relate for sure.
Yeah, it adds up. It adds up.
And actually, before we go any further, let's just say the voice, the other face here. We got Jeff here from Smokestack's Beef Jerky. Of course, we're talking about food and weight loss, so we do beef jerky because this is totally keto and carb smart friendly, I guess.
That's right.
There you go.
Let's let that go.
So everyone's got their own attack plan in this.
Yes.
And, there are plenty of people
Mainly
who go,
drugs and
no, that's me.
surgery.
Well, yeah, let's...
I've thought about it. My doctor even said, do you want to maybe talk about the sleeve surgery?
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I want to give up being a slob that much? Or do I have enough willpower? Which I have an advantage because my willpower has no choice in the matter if I want to continue to live.
Al went out and cheated already.
I cheated. Go ahead.
Al went out and got diagnosed with diabetes the week before the contest.
Yeah.
What a fucking cheater, Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
You're the Barry Bonds of weight loss.
So
Why
pretty
is
much
that
I gave
cheating?
myself a reason not to give up. In a
So
week.
everyone's sitting there and everyone's just like, they're hearing the stories about the keto shit. And it's weird. I actually work with a chick at the new place. I worked with her at the last place too, who literally went keto, and she's a chick and she lost 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, so I can tell you it works. But the thing is, it's a little too much of a fad diet. And guess what?
Well, that's
we're
important.
talking about like, you can't. There's no way in any world you can eat just that much bacon and fucking like be better or whatever. So I have decided to create my own diet.
I agree with that.
Big fan. I call it ketofetamine.
Ketofetamine.
Yeah. It's like, how do you lose weight? It's like, oh, you take a bunch of Adderall or meth. Okay, how do you lose weight? You go keto. Oh, how do you lose weight? Oh, you count calories. So I combined all them.
So you're going on. Hold on. Let me just get this correct. You're going on a diet that actually probably ups your fat intake, your cholesterol intake, your sodium intake, and decided to add amphetamines to really test out the old heart.
Oh, no. throw out the whole bad part of the keto shit.
Okay.
I'm not eating the meat and all that stuff. Like, my lunch was a little bit of brisket and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna make a nice little healthy cocktail for you.
So you're gonna start off with the cocktail. So what are we calling this cocktail first? Right?
We're gonna call this the Darby, a dash of Darby.
A dash of Darby.
Ooh. Yeah.
So what do we start with here? You gotta tell people. A lot of people who watch Delco Live don't know what this green shit is.
So this is kale. It's like lettuce, but somehow worse. I have been eating it for years because I consistently try to diet.
Oh wait! By the way, Kathy Gibson Gallagher's already at it. She said, "I love fat guys." # dad body. It's not a dad body when you could be like 3 people's dads.
Yeah, a dad body is like you used to have a good body, but then you let yourself go because you became a dad.
Yeah.
Being fat is not a dad body.
That was 26 for me.
Yeah.
Before I was actually a dad.
So, you remember juicing? That was a whole fad back in 2012?
Yeah, dude. Juice all the time. Oh, no, wrong.
No, Al. We're
Wrong
not talking
juicing.
about you fucking going and getting your diabetes.
My ass still hurts from juicing.
So we've got kale in here, right? Mm-hmm. That's good for you. Every single person who's whatever. And we don't watch these. Oh my god, these are so gross.
What are they?
They're triple washed.
They literally have fucking
What is it?
mold on them.
Is that raspberries?
Yeah.
So you go for the ketones?
Yeah.
You get your body in with the ketosis or whatever it's called?
I'm returning those to fucking...
Where's that from?
the Acme down the street.
Okay.
So
Wait
we
a
got
minute.
blueberries.
What's wrong with them?
Oh, they have mold in them and they're literally falling apart.
Ew, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how do you sell that? How did you even look at this and not see something wrong with it?
I was in a rush.
All right. Ah, damn, that is fucking Mexico.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I love that these came from the same place, but I'm not going to check them because
They look okay.
I'm aiming for
And here's the thing is,
tapeworm.
penicillin, STDs, you're cool.
I'm resistant to penicillin now, Al.
Oh, well, then you'll be resistant to them all. It's
Yep.
just the flavor might bother you a little bit.
So we're going to put some blueberries in there.
Do you want some jerky for this?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
I feel like she would
We're
jerky.
keeping it on a level right now.
Yeah.
No sugar.
There's sugar in these.
Yeah,
blueberries.
that's
simple.
That's
That's
simple.
fructose.
Simple sugars. It's
Yeah.
easier to break down.
Is that what it's called? Simple sugars?
Simple sugar?
Yeah.
Like bread and pasta is a
Do you
complex
mean it's
sugar.
mentally challenged?
All right, dude. Gotta go there, huh?
So, so we've got some blueberries and some kale, right? And then, there's water in kale, but not that much. So,
You have to water it down a little bit.
you got to add a base to it.
A little liquid base.
Yeah.
Just to add.
And I know that we've gone on a tirade against White
So
Claw.
can you break down the White Claw nutrients guide just so I know for my facts?
Yeah, so to quote,
Bad on the macros.
to quote my now friend, former enemy, Dave El Presidente Portnoy from Barstool Sports. Mm-hmm. It's only one carb, everyone knows the rules.
So right now you have a rip-off Ninja blender, and you are going heavy-handed on the what flavor is that, by the way, of the White Claw?
That would be the raspberry to replace the raspberries that we.
So you got blueberries and kale. Is that it? You want some cough syrup? I think we still have some left over there.
Yeah, we all know that. I hit the insides of a man, unlike you, and I like spicy things.
I like spicy things. What the hell?
The spicy pickle eating contest. It gave me an ulcer. I'm dying.
And then we got diabetes from it.
I remember you telling me, don't say that because it sounds not good for their brand if they think you. I remember you telling me your blood turned to sludge.
That was the pizza eating contest.
Or something. I forget.
I went blind during the pickle eating.
Oh, I'm sorry. You went blind, you little baby back bitch.
Yeah, so Al, I was thinking, I'm like, the time we ate 11 sandwiches at Wolf's, you got diabetes.
No, actually, I'm not even get into it, but I think I found out I've had it much longer than I expected.
So
something made me to believe that.
I'm just saying, eating contests on the show have been bad for you. You got diabetes from the 11 sandwiches.
Well, the pizza eating contest. Ooh.
No, the pizza eating contest is worse because you end up getting married out of it.
Oh, that was before that. Was that before or after I got married?
I was thinking it was
I've been married for 5 years. When was the last pizza eating contest?
It was about 5 years.
That's pretty close. Fuck you, pizza eating contest.
Yeah, the pizza eating contest was before you got married.
Because I got married in November.
Yeah, pizza eating contest was before that.
February. So it was the same year? Because it had to be close.
I guess. I really don't know.
All right.
So, this is a whole jalapeno.
Well, that's a jalapeno.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if it was a scallion or something.
No, big fan of the...
Did you take the seeds out?
No, they're good for you.
Are they?
Yeah.
Is that true? Is that true or is that Hollywood Holbrook facts?
No, it's true.
It looks delicious.
So I'm breaking this down a little further. We got kale, we got blueberries, we got a part of a jalapeno, and you have about a half a canish of their White Claw raspberry flavor. Okay.
Now this is a Brazilian amphetamine, and they stopped selling it, but if you know a little bit of Portuguese and the right people on eBay, you can take one. And they've been really effective. But, tonight's a big show.
You're blending up the capsule also?
Yeah.
So we're going to do 2.
Wait, don't you want to, like, pop that open?
Yeah. And,
why don't we just mainline this instead of you drinking it?
I've been doing
you should tie off.
I've been drinking a gallon of water a day.
How about we put this into an IV?
You need to not retain that, so here's a bunch of diuretics.
So, wait. Amphetamines and diuretics, live on Delco Live.
That's not enough White Claw, Al. We need to mix more alcohol with that cocktail.
Because all our sponsorships.
Or new ones.
Some Portuguese guy's going to call me and goes, I want to sponsor you.
You never know. You may get some of the right ones.
Yeah. So this is my dinner, Everyone's sitting there going,
so you're doing like a very shake-based diet, and you make your little...
Tonight I am. I've been eating a lot of steak recently, and I'm a little clogged up.
Okay.
This is going to get things out regardless.
So like steak or like cheesesteak? Like,
I'm not eating cheesesteak, Al. I just played a show across the street from Pat's Geno's and drove by Phillips on the way there and back, and literally said, not today, Satan.
I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
On Saturday, guess what I did? I stayed home and
masturbated. Actually, I was going to say, weren't we like messaging back and forth on a Saturday night?
And then Sunday.
And you were slower, so you were masturbating. I could tell it was like one-handed typing.
No, I was playing a video game. It wasn't even good.
Oh, okay.
I did JO like 5 times. That was great.
That's good for weight loss. I mean, you lose a few ounces at a time. Plus, you break a sweat. You probably you have to take a nap afterwards.
These Brazilian... Al, I haven't napped in days.
God, please help me tell you.
So yeah, you mix it up pretty well, maybe 30 seconds. It's weird because it turned a color that nothing in there is a color of.
No, it's like it's the blueberry. It's going to take over. Blueberries take over. You ever make like a smoothie? If you put
No, Al, I'm new to this.
If you ever make a smoothie, blueberries will take over everything. So you always put very little blueberry unless you just want a blueberry centered. It's probably the kale in there that's not melting together very well.
So it came out like the perfect amount that I wanted it to.
Okay. Yeah, you
my God, you can smell the fucking jalapeno.
Can you?
And the meth.
That's the motor.
Yes, the motor breaking out. He's the most Delco mini fucking blender I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, God.
It's frothy.
So funny when we wrote it down. Oh.
You need to like, dude. I think you need like what's it called? A
cheesecloth.
Yeah, something to like kind of break out the fucking chunks, dude.
Yeah, that's going to be
I'll do it again.
You could scratch your esophagus with that.
So you're going to chug this down right now?
Yeah, Al, I'm all about winning this contest. I'm not above anything.
Go ahead, man. I think I'm just going to win this by default when everybody dies.
No, because we're weighing corpses. I made that clear in the group. If someone dies, we're weighing the corpses.
But no, fair, because you release gas and all that other stuff. That's
fluids.
Yeah,
and the sooner you die, the
rules, Al.
You pretty much just release everything in your bowels. That's at least a 5-pound differential right there. Maybe 6 or 7.
Al, trust me, I'm going to be releasing a lot of... I don't even want to do this. I
don't think you should.
Just pinch your nose.
As your medical provider, I feel that...
For the next 10 days, you are still my doctor.
Yeah. I feel like I should preface this by saying...
It's actually like the jalapeno is the dangerous part.
Yeah, it's...
Like, it actually doesn't smell bad. It's just... You shouldn't drink jalapenos.
Oh, shit.
Why don't you put it in a fucking...
Oh, my God. That is jalapeno.
Yeah.
Woo.
I'm all about the comedy value of this, but this one's going to hurt.
You can see little blue speckles.
Yeah, that's the,
whatever
that would be the diuretics, Al.
It smells delicious.
No,
it does smell good.
Yeah, but it smells like something you don't want to drink. I don't know. They make jalapeno beer. You ever had it?
Do you know what actually is the most freaky thing in that whole thing you just put in there that bothers me the most? The kale. It's the kale. To victory! Oh, God.
I feel like we need the Mad Dog variant for this.
I feel like he's going to die. Oh, God.
You're starting to glow. I love it.
That's melt.
No.
He's actually melting his... Is it burn?
Do you want some iced tea?
Do you just sign something if we need to call 911?
Oh.
What? Is it burning?
Yes.
Okay. Yo, smack his White Claws away from him so he can't drink it.
Yeah.
See how tough guy is.
Deal with it.
Don't be... Oh, God, he's putting more in it.
Yeah, dude.
Well, that's 2 carbs now, dude. You're overdoing it.
No, it's 1 and fraction.
1 and a fraction.
I don't think you're gonna blend that anymore, dude. No matter how much you water it down, those little particulates are not gonna break down anymore.
All right,
Just drink it and stop being a bitch.
Yeah, this is
working on it.
This is why diabetes is kind of comes in handy, because I medically cannot drink what he's putting there.
Why? There's fucking how?
The amphetamines and stuff.
The hard drugs.
Yes, the hard drugs.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a great dinner, Al.
So I want to break it down real quick here. We have kale. We have blueberry.
Yeah.
We have a raspberry white claw. It looks like you mixed another one in there. You were going to put raspberries in there, but they were moldy. Amphetamines and diuretics.
And a full.
No, and a half a jalapeno.
Yeah, a full long hot.
Yeah, actually, it was pretty long. So
Yeah.
Ask a question.
Yeah.
What was the diuretic for again?
To all the water weight.
This is coming out. Yeah.
So you're just going to urinate endlessly from
Yes,
that?
I'm going to. Yes.
Diabetes will do that for you too.
Right. I had to catch up to Al's pissing level.
Well, actually, now that I'm on my medicine, I'm not peeing nearly as much as I was before.
I'm peeing like a fire hydrant. It's great.
From the diuretics?
Yes.
How fast does that act? I've never.
You want to
taken
like
it.
just
Probably like 45 minutes.
How about we just like get you a colostomy bag, just for the rest of the next 7 weeks,
For what?
just so you can just keep peeing and keep going and throwing. Because how are you gonna stay up on stage with all this shit in your system?
I did it on Friday.
Not with this shit in your system.
Al,
Not
this-
with this.
This is for the show.
This is.
I'm not eating this every
I
day.
feel like you're lying. I feel like you are such a competitor, you will almost kill yourself to win.
That's true.
Yep, you will.
I think Delco Jesus put out a great meme that kind of personified how this is going to break down. And yourself is going to break down.
Yeah.
The person running our we have like a referee for it, Randy Dillon.
Randy, Randy's a great dude.
He saw the weight and he's like, yeah, dude, you keep this up, you're gonna die. And then I was like, yeah, dude, here's exactly what I'm doing to lose the weight. And he goes, you're gonna die quicker, dude. Then
You should just keep the weight.
And this is the weirdest sentence I've ever said. But when I was playing a show on Friday in South Philly, there was a GI doctor, gastrointestinal doctor, in the crowd. And he's just like, yeah, man, I heard about the weight loss thing and all that shit. Like, how you doing with it? Like, if you need help, let me know. And I was like, yeah, dude, here's exactly what I'm doing. He goes, like, you're not gonna make it to Christmas.
You want some jerky for that?
I will in a minute, Al. I'm only halfway done my dinner.
You need to make yourself a Delco Mary.
For
that.
For Delco!
God almighty. I don't know if he's going to make the rest
You
of
should
the
have
show.
got like a, what do they call that when they, they're checking your vitals? I mean, you should be hooked up to something. I'm not an expert, but
Yeah, I wish I knew you were doing this. I would have totally brought one of those machines.
on a cart, the little
That would've
heart
been amazing.
pulse.
Yeah, you really dropped the ball on this one, dude. I'm just going
That would have been cool.
What, you guys are talking? I couldn't hear for 5 minutes.
I went blind again during the show, just like the fucking hot pepper challenge.
You want to get your blueberries off the table there, pal? Just pop them in your mouth.
Nah, dude, I can't eat solid foods right now.
Actually, it might level you out a little bit.
Oh, anyway, that's us, and we're gonna cheat, and we're gonna be miserable for a
We'll
while.
keep
Did
you
you
up
start
to
going
date.
to the gym yet?
No, I will be
I'm
going
starting Monday.
I'm going Thursday.
I'm letting my.
I was going to start yesterday, but something came up, of course.
I've learned that I have.
But I've been walking a lot. I'm trying to at least keep moving.
Get your steps up.
Yeah.
I'm coming off a ripped ligament in my foot, so every step is hell.
How many times have you ripped that ligament?
2 times in 1 year.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
One of the times was during sex, wasn't it? Didn't like a TV fall on it?
That was a great
Okay,
story.
yeah, that was just a TV fell on me during
But
sex.
didn't you like break an ankle or do something at that time?
No, that was the Charlie horses that kept popping up.
Was that a ligament or was it just you were getting Charlie horses?
I was getting Charlie horses.
Okay.
I never ended up in the ER from sex yet, Al.
If you die on the show,
Has she ended up in or should have been taken to the ER following sex with Hollywood Holbrook?
No, there's not that much aggression.
I feel like it's a lie.
I have suplexed a chick like her head through the wall by accident because we were like messing
Was that
around.
during sex or is that kidding around?
It was kidding around beforehand.
Okay.
It was just
That's
like,
foreplay in Hollywood Holbrook land.
I armbarred a chick one time because she was pissing me off.
Wait,
Well, that's straight up assault.
you said
What I did was an honest accident.
Armbarred, yeah.
How's that restraining order?
Yeah, PFA.
It expired
I'll
last
let you know when
week.
they find her. So
Okay.
since we're still on the food topic a little bit, and we have Jeff here, let's bring up why he's here.
Oh, we got to introduce every guest like we would normally do, Al. Who are you?
Yeah. We actually
My
talked.
name is John Burrows.
Yeah. We actually brought this up on the last show.
It always starts with, "Wait, who are you?"
That's like Hollywood Homework is the best interviews next to Between the Ferns with Zach Galifianakis.
Yeah, that's true.
It pretty much is that.
Yeah.
So who are
He
you?
actually did it before Zach did.
So I'm Jeff Phillips.
Hi, Jeff Phillips.
How are you? I'm from Smokestack's Almighty Beef Jerky.
Where you? Wait, where are you from in Delco?
Folsom.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
That's like I've argued for many, many times that Folsom is literally the king of the food at Delco.
Yeah, so
It's a good, there's a good reason for that.
Charlie's,
Charlie's
Mike and Emma's.
is my hands-down favorite burger.
And at one point, it was the original home of Wawa, which did have
Yeah,
good
yeah, that's
food
the
at
other
one
one.
Yeah, I
point.
live right down the street from there.
Okay.
Nitty Fitties is still fine.
Yep.
Anna's
Hoagies.
Anna's is great.
Mike and
Walt.
Anna's.
I literally said
Mike
that.
and Emma's, the
Diabetes infection, man.
hoagie roll cheeseburger. Can't beat it. Used to skip out of school to get that bad boy.
Hoagie roll cheeseburger. That's
Me too.
literally a bunch
That
of
used to be my
syllables.
ride home.
What's that?
Like I would leave work, get the hoagie roll cheeseburger, eat it, go home and have dinner.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Every time you end up weighing in at 300
Every
plus
time I
pounds.
tell a food story that ends like that, it's going to be diabetes.
You sound like Wilford Brimley.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I sound like Quaker Oats on your ass.
Can I also say, if you want a good ad for Marty McGee's, by the way, is that they had 10 regulars that all weighed in over 280 pounds or whatever. Enough
That's
to do
very
this
true.
challenge.
I like it. I like it.
So, is your company based out of Folsom?
No, so I started out my parents' kitchen in Folsom. They're still living in that house today. I actually just left their house and found out that they have secured a new house and will be moving soon. But I moved from Folsom to Clifton Heights. I lived right on
what
Bishop
happened?
Avenue.
What? C-Town?
Why? Was it a bad divorce?
No. Somebody had a room, and I lived in Clifton Heights, and I made it from Clifton Heights for probably a good year and a half, and then I
Yeah,
moved.
you either make it or break it in Clifton. I'm just
Do you like go to any of the bars in Clifton?
No, I did. It's funny because I live in Wilmington, Delaware now.
Oh, good for you. That's a wise move. That's a wise move.
Way to downgrade.
Yeah.
From Clifton?
But
Have you been to Wilmington lately?
Have you fucking paid the taxes in Wilmington?
Depends.
so we're off the 202.
No one, because they don't have them.
We're not exactly in Wilmington proper.
You in
so
Claymont?
we're a little further south.
What
so
town?
If you know where the charcoal pit is,
Yes, I exactly know where that
across
is.
the street.
Like Charlie
from that.
Square?
No, not that far south.
Yeah.
So-
yeah, I know where that is. That's,
Near the Queen?
Route 2?
No.
Route
2 that's
What is that?
Kirkwood
What?
Highway.
Is
And
that
that's
where the
still
charcoal pit? Or no?
Well, there's two charcoal pits. So
Oh.
there's one on 202, and there's also one on.
Did you go to Hooters a lot?
Hooters at Route 1?
Yeah.
Sure.
I miss their breaded wings.
The wings there are phenomenal, and the mahi sandwich. Believe it or not.
Yes.
We can have that. We can have that.
We can do the
We can have a
mahi-
mahi mahi
mahi-
burger.
mahi.
Just scrap the
Toss the roll out.
scrap the bread.
We can do mahi
And
mahi.
If you could
Very
actually
good.
just smash that mahi between two other pieces of mahi, if you could
just-
just it's a mahi sandwich.
Sandwich, and then fry it.
It's a mahi cubed.
Yeah.
That's right.
If you if you mix that in a blender with some amphetamines and a hot pepper, oh boy.
Bam.
So you're still out of Delaware, so that's smart. You have a phone in Delaware, so it's tax-free business.
Well, no. So when I moved down to Wilmington, I've been there almost 20 years. So
Good for you.
I did manufacture out of Delaware for quite a while, but I recently took on a partner in Brookhaven. So that's actually where we're manufacturing now, just off of Creek Road.
Did you follow the story about Batman the cat being stolen?
Yeah, I did, man. That's where my cat Francis Albert's from, Forgotten Cats.
Frankie Albert?
Yeah, Francis
Fucking right.
Albert Sinatra. That's he's a tuxedo cat. We brought him home,
Mine
and
too.
we're trying to go for names. I'm like, Francis Albert.
Dude, that's great you went that route.
Perfect.
Mine is tuxedo with socks, so we called him Mr. Socko, like Mankind's finishing move in wrestling. in the
Yeah,
90s.
for sure.
So it's
awesome.
in Brookhaven. That's great. I always preach that Brookhaven is literally one of the most Delco towns.
It is, and I never realized it. 'Cause
Yeah.
when I grew up, I never really spent a whole lot of time in Brookhaven. So, being in Delaware, you're asking about the bars in Clifton. So,
Oh,
being in
speaking
well,
of amphetamines.
that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But
Where do you think
no,
I
I
got it
mean,
from?
as far as food's concerned, or even bars, I mean, just by having my wife's from Broomall, so we would always come back to what we knew. Like people always ask me stuff about Delaware. You ever been to this place? Nope.
Have you ever been to Stanley's, though?
Yeah, I have been. to
Stanley's
Stanley's.
rules.
I
I
know
love
Where's
Stanley's.
Stanley's?
It's right off
Folk Road.
Neiman's Road or whatever.
What is it? Like a bar, restaurant? Like,
Yeah. It's like, imagine if Casey's was truly like, imagine if Casey's was owned by like a family.
Okay.
It's a cool place. Like I like the inside. It's like
Yeah.
old fashioned. It's got all these nooks and crannies.
Great
And
place to watch college football.
The food's decent.
Yeah.
I think the food's really good.
Great selection of
Yeah,
beer too.
yeah, for sure.
And I hope they're our next sponsor.
Stanley's and well, yeah, you never know, man. So wait, where's your go-to bar up here?
So, well, what is it called now? Haggerty's, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go to it was Tommy Harp's Lounge.
Oh,
so that
shit.
was one of our spots.
You talking
What
about
else?
the one next to RP McMurphy's across
Yeah.
from Ruby's
Well,
Cafes?
RP's when it was Cali.
Now it's not.
RP's nothing.
Oh, really?
They closed.
Oh, wow.
McDade, like
McDade-
Haggerty's is literally like the last one standing.
McDade was probably like the most bars in one main road per capita in Delaware County, and now had like
because all the Alkies moved to the Pike and Westchester Pike, Al.
yeah.
Yeah.
You mean that or down the pike?
Up
In
the Pike.
Baltimore Pike.
Like,
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
I still like Tom and Jerry's.
Tom Jerry's is great.
That's always been my
That's one of my favorite
Favorite,
places.
my second favorite roast beef. Let's put it this way: my
what's your
favorite roast
first?
beef that doesn't pay the show.
What's your
Yes.
first? Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
The roast beef is phenomenal.
John Morin says
John
the best
Morin is
roast.
delicious.
Oh, so
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
That's another. It's funny. I still go there quite often. I still call it Peps,
Well, yeah.
but
Well, it's Pabst, it was Prospectors now.
Prospectors is what I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prospectors.
John Morin.
It was Pickles' place too, and it was.
that
It,
before-
it went
that was
through a
before
few different
Peps or
names.
before,
Oh, it was after Peps.
Oh, okay, I was
It was
gonna say.
Peps for, I would say most of my.
Well,
younger
it's
days.
kind of like the Rams Head in Clifton Heights, where
Yeah.
or the Rams Pizza Tavern, where there was Gary's, there was but Ronnie's was before that. It was Ronnie's, Gary's. Where's the Rams?
Yeah, wasn't Ronnie's like the 1940s?
That was where the pizza came from. Was
Yeah.
Ronnie's.
Like, it literally says the original recipe
But
from
that recipe
1941.
followed along with all the different iterations of the area, just like Peps did. The beef came. I started at Peps and then just followed
Oh, yeah.
along. When you bought the place, you bought the food
Recipe. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So you're okay. So you live in Wilmington. The partner you're doing this with is in Brookhaven.
Correct.
Do you kill the animals yourselves?
Not yet, but if that's a cost savings,
Yeah.
we'll consider it.
Fuck you,
no,
right.
no,
I hit some on the way over.
it depends.
Would you use roadkill?
No.
Would you?
Although I have a
Dude,
roadkill
he's
cooking
been sizing
book.
you up this whole time to see how much he could sell you for.
I've been wearing a sign
How
around.
can I slice him to get the most maximum meat out of him?
I've been wearing a sign around that says "Do not feed the bear." Yeah.
No, please don't feed me.
Yeah.
That's great.
So okay. So where's the meat come from?
So that's kind of the special angle I think that we bring because
I'm surprised it's people.
a lot of Soylent Green is people.
Yeah.
Remember that Saturday Night Live skit when I guess it was Phil Hartman and they were doing like the preview of Soylent Red. Soylent Red, it's people. And then in 2021, Soylent White, Soylent White, it's people. But no, really. So I've been doing this almost 25 years now.
The jerky?
Yeah, man. Yep. And so
Wow.
people always ask like,
You'd think it would be better by now. No.
Let's see that for a second.
I have some feelings, But
Not
no.
on this show.
One of the first questions I was here is, how many flavors do you have?
That's exactly what I was just going to ask.
Yeah. So this is our signature gourmet blend, and this is what I've made for the 25 years. And so defining the gourmet blend actually leads to your question about the meat. So everything about it is really first class. The meat comes from a packer in Northern Liberties that supplies Nick's roast beef and
Are we eating hipsters?
hipsters.
We're eating hipsters right now. Northern Liberty hipsters. Finally.
Yeah, well, this place has been around a bit
Finally, I got a
before.
reason for hipsters.
Before it was gentrified, it was definitely around before that. In fact, it's actually there's a movie coming out on Friday called 21 Bridges, and part of it was filmed at this meat packer. So,
Is that the one that was filmed in Ridley too? There was a recently.
The one with Kate Winslet.
No. I'm talking a little, like
Who's
a couple
the-
months ago. It was the dude from the
the farmers guy?
Farmers.
Yeah, that's the one.
He's in it. I
Yep.
think that he was like right around the corner
Yep.
of one of the houses here.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
The fuck is Jay? Play J. Jonah Jameson in Spider-Man.
I know you're talking about.
what's that?
No, J.K. Simmons.
J.K.
J.K.
Yeah,
Simmons.
that's it.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons.
It's either the farmers guy or the whiplash dude. I
Yeah.
mean, that's the only way I kind of know.
Dum
But
to the farmers. Dum to dum.
Sorry, I get very off.
we've covered it because we've seen it.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, hold on real quick. Can you give a shout out to my sister Sandy Brown?
Yeah.
She's marrying Michael Galley in
my.
2 weeks. The two most political families in Derby, and we're getting married.
Ron.
So, shout out, Sandy Brown.
Katie who?
Sandy Brown.
Related to Paul Brown?
I
Yeah,
guess.
that makes
It's
sense.
Darby.
Yeah, I
It's
guess.
Darby.
Political family. I mean, I guess it makes
The
sense.
reigning spelling bee champion for
Yes.
Delco Live.
Uh-huh. Sorry, I cut you off.
Paula
Keep going.
Brown? Mm-hmm. Paula Brown? Oh, wow.
No, wasn't it?
Her daughter.
Was it,
Oh,
it
okay.
was somebody who knew her. It wasn't even
Their daughter.
It was her
Was it
daughter.
daughter? Was it daughter?
So
Okay,
it's probably
was it?
Sandy.
Okay.
Her daughter straight up won.
Was it Sandy? Maybe it was Sandy.
It was.
Yeah, we got to do that again somewhere.
I'm going to rack up a few more Delco points because I came from Darby.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why I called this cocktail the Dash of Darby.
Yeah.
I
grew
came
up,
in Darby.
I
a few different
teared a little bit when you
Yeah.
said that because I don't think it gets enough
I
recognition.
grew up a little too close to Darby.
Yeah, Darby Borough, to be clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, like Briarcliff?
That's what I say, yeah.
No, Darby, well,
Oh, Darby Borough. Yeah,
Darby
yeah,
Borough.
Darby proper.
not Upper Darby. There seems to be some.
Yeah.
some
Oh, no, Darby
conflict.
Township's the one that throws people off.
Right.
Is when they're like,
Right.
oh, Briarcliff? You mean Fancy Glen Oldham?
In fact, so the Smokestacks logo, I used to work out in the gym on Water Street, which was right next to a Fells Naphtha plant that I believe is still there, and there were smokestacks there, and for whatever reason, that was kind of the inspiration behind it.
Oh, I dig that. I didn't even notice that. That
Yeah.
makes a lot of fucking sense.
So,
I thought
Yeah.
you made it, like, you just held the meat over the refinery and just let all that,
Yeah.
that exhaust
Yeah.
just really soak in the
Well,
flavor.
we'll get into that. Apparently, it's giving us all cancer.
I know, I was going to say, we have been talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
See how good we are about
today.
just getting that? It all comes full circle here at Duck
Okay,
Live.
so you've been doing this for 25
25
years.
years, man. Yep.
It's just really good, by the way.
Yeah, thank
That's
you very
amazing.
much.
And
I
like,
appreciate
and like,
that.
and here's the
love
thing:
it.
is like it's a perfect like flavor in the sense like it's got a little kick to it, but it's
Yeah.
like for people like, oh, like spicy stuff,
Right.
they're gonna enjoy it.
Oh, so many times that we go out and do a vendor event or somebody gets a hold of it and they're like, yeah, I don't eat spicy food, and they have it and they love it. And the thing that I always say is it's not painful. And see, I've got something wrong with me. I don't know when things are too hot.
You like a little pain with your food.
I don't register that for
You
some
get the
reason.
atomic wings and stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I did the
The Hooters 3 Mile Aisle Challenge?
no, are you familiar with Quaker Steak and Lube? No. Check them out, dude. They're
Hold on, Quaker steak.
steak and lube.
I love that's a right there, Uncle.
I feel like I'm getting
Spaghetti's.
a food and
Yeah.
a JO at the same time.
So check it out. I'm out in Colorado for work, and I had about 3 hours to get to the airport, and I'm looking for something to eat, so I do like a what's around me, and there's Quaker Steak and Lube. The only other one I know of is in Erie, and I've been dying to eat there because they have an atomic challenge. So I'm like, fuck it, man. I go there, and I'm in a suit, and I get these wings, I eat them, and I'm starting to sweat now. Like I sweat constantly, so I'm dying, and I'm like, can I go in the bathroom and make a change? So I go in the bathroom, I take the suit off, and I just stuff it in my duffel bag, and I had like my undershirt on, and yeah. So then I drove right to the airport and got on the plane. I'm like, I'm not responsible if I happen to have diarrhea or anything, and I made it, but I don't know. I was a little nervous.
That's a
about
bold
it, but
move.
It was very bold.
I think
Why
I went to
try?
Imodium before I get on a plane so I don't have to shit in it.
So I was.
Colorado's a long flight.
Yeah, and what I was doing is I kind of would put my hand under my seat to kind of spread my cheeks a little bit so I could fart without making a lot of noise, and I could smell it.
That's a great game plan there.
Yeah, it's public farting,
Yeah.
really. And
In a plane.
yeah. So, but back to the spice level. That's how I try to describe it to folks because people say, "Is it spicy?" And I'm like, to me, not at all,
Yeah,
right?
me,
Because
this
I
is
love it hot. So they'll have to be like, "Oh boy, this is terrific." So.
Give me one more piece.
Yeah, so that's the gourmet side of it. The meat from the meat packer Northern Liberties. So when I hooked up with this guy, I remember he takes me through the plant, and not that it's graphic, but the
Get graphic.
the beef that I use is literally a day from the killing floor.
Fucking right.
I mean, it's still furry. So
It's not like one of the ones that's combined with the fucking two names. Why can I not think of Decent Watson?
No.
Okay,
this
because their factory's also in Northern Liberties.
is where?
Also in Northern Liberties.
Oh,
meat
there's a
packing.
couple of guys
The
there.
meat packing area.
Yeah, that's the mecca.
They used to be one of my clients. They were actually pretty good.
So a lot of meat packing going on over there.
Yeah.
in Northern
Yeah, there's
Liberty.
another guy around the corner. I'm drawing a blank, but there's like a couple guys in that area that do various.
Now, did you
types of-
did you guys go around to like the different like meat places like and check each?
Oh yeah, yeah. There used to be a place next to the stadiums called Quaker Foods. It's now a
Right.
refrigerator joint.
Yeah.
And yeah, I spent quite a while working with those folks trying to get what I needed, and then they moved up to Red Line Road. And I remember I
Anyone in
did
the Northeast?
Yeah.
I used to work there. It's the worst hour commute ever.
it on to Red Line Road.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the thing. So I ordered meat, And I drove up there. I'm like, fuck this. I'll go to Colonial Village and get it if I have to.
Yeah.
But we get a very specific cut of meat, and that's kind of the challenge. So
Can
I
you
mean,
say?
it's top round. I mean, that part of it isn't really the secret, because you do need to have something that's lean.
Okay.
So there is, like, when you're going through there, I mean, this is all hand butchered. So you're going to get some pieces that have a little piece of fat on it, or a little ribbon of fat through a strip, which makes it taste awesome, in my opinion.
This is a really good consistency too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
for sure.
not too chewy. It's,
Yeah.
it's not like it's not like a Slim Jim or everything.
No.
Can I ask a question? Like, since you're a jerky guy,
I'm very
What is Slim Jim considered beef jerky? Like, I just feel like it's a skin with mushy.
I think they would be just called a meat snack product.
Okay.
You know, and same with
Yeah, I don't think they're jerky.
It's like how Yoo-hoo can't be called milk.
right. Yeah, it's so a lot of that
If for
stuff.
some
is-
reason you want the refrigerator Yoo-hoo, figure that one out.
yeah.
There's a lot of milk you don't have to refrigerate. Horizon, you don't have to.
Really? Well, that's
Is that
the
organic?
non-dairy stuff. You mean?
Or is it not dairy?
No, Horizon is an organic milk that if it's not refrigerated at first, like if you buy in the gallons, they're refrigerated. But if you buy like the kid snack size ones,
Sure.
it's the same milk, but it can go refrigerated, refrigerated. Like you can take it out, let it sit.
That sounds.
But no, it's an organic milk, so it doesn't need to be.
I thought of all things that would like die faster because it's organic. Like usually organic shit lasts a lot less, has less shelf life.
On
Look at these
occasion.
fucking raspberries, and you make it 2 blocks.
Yeah,
Well, organic fruit does die pretty quick.
Those were probably fresh when you bought them. Dude.
Yeah.
they were fresh when they bought them 6 weeks ago and sold them to some dumbass.
Nah, it's because
Should we tell him they're rotting?
Yeah. No. It looks like he'll just
He's in line.
Sharon Goodspeed.
She put the link to the lube.com in
it's a
there.
lube. That's the
Oh,
place you're so
yeah.
you're talking
I'll
about.
tell you what.
Yo, they were that hot.
Oh my god,
So I'd do shit like
But-
that, like just for fun.
dude, same thing. It's kind of like, I love horror genre of
Yeah,
movies, right?
yeah.
Because the reason is
So that's why
hopefully.
they're cutting flesh so much. Got it.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's slicing and dicing.
Yeah.
But no, really, I mean, it's like an emotion you don't really feel, hopefully, on like a daily basis, like running from like a deranged lunatic or whatever.
well, in Holbrook's case, he's on so much amphetamines, he doesn't feel emotions.
He's gonna start
I am the raging
Yeah,
lunatic.
you're going to start chasing us, I have a feeling,
Yeah.
pretty soon. But
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing with food. I
Hey,
mean,
we're
that-
fine. We'll survive.
Yeah, we're safe. We're safe. We're not homeless.
Yeah.
No, and he's got to chase us, so we're okay.
Yeah, trust me.
you can catch me, I'll tell you that.
If you can make it across the street without him touching you, you'll be fine.
I haven't called it anything but the clap in years.
Oh, my God. That's great.
Even that somehow hasn't got it.
Yeah. So
That's funny, man.
yeah, right near you, the Hooters challenge. I know it's like fucking a chain restaurant or whatever, but I did the 3 Mile Island wing challenge.
Yeah.
And I shit myself 4 wings in. And
Did
got
you really?
DQ'd, yeah.
Oh, my.
Because you can't go to the
Because-
bathroom in their
Yeah.
thing.
So this is...
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when you were like, oh, the one thing they let you go to the bathroom and like change your stuff and or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's just like if you leave.
Oh, I was
you're
done
done.
when I did that. It was just because I was soaked.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah.
soaked. And so I'm not part of this weight loss that you guys are doing, but I also about a month and a half ago started a really restrictive diet.
Do you weigh more than 270?
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say.
And to your point about
Yeah.
you don't show it,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
told my
yeah.
buddy this because I'm doing
You're
something
tall.
pretty...
You're a lot taller than us.
Well,
too.
I'm taller, but my buddy, he's like, dude, like, why are you doing that? Why are you going so drastic? I'm like, let me just tell you that I can't tie my shoes,
yeah, dude.
I lose my breath, and I can't clip my
That's
toenails.
a little my joke. I play a little game in the morning, bend over, tie my shoes, and not pass out.
yeah.
And then on top of that, the thing that I don't think people understand is, or at least the people that I'm telling this to, is that the volume and amount of food and drink that I would consume was just honestly, and I'm not saying it to brag or tough guy or whatever. It's just how I ate.
Yep. Yep.
And-
yep, yep.
Kind of like we do.
Yeah, but so
if you're calling up a pizza shop, you're not just getting a cheesesteak. It's having
No.
a cheesesteak fries, someone else.
No.
Because why would you order delivery if it's not going to be $20 anyway?
I have to look at
Like,
the appetizer.
dude, I've had so many self justifications to just be a slob. It's
I always say
ridiculous.
I like to I'm a drinker. And I'm not talking about booze. Like if I have a meal, it's like 2 bottles. It's like a 2-liter soda with it. You know what I mean? Like
is jerky your
Yeah.
main? Is this your main job?
No,
You
it
just
is.
don't go into
This
that.
is the side hustle for me.
What's your day job? Is it like a desk job?
Yeah, pretty
And then,
much.
and then you mentally go home and you justify. You're like, oh man, I worked up an appetite at my desk job, and then you're just like, I deserve this extra large cheesesteak.
Oh, yeah.
Me for the last 4 years.
I mean, I used to train constantly, and it was truly justification when I'd finish working out. Just
Yeah.
like, well, there's protein in that triple burger.
yeah. I mean, it could be worse than I ate a bag of Skittles.
Right?
Oh God, candy and ice cream, forget it. But what I was going to say is that I mean, there was a period where I was considering Wing Bowl. I wanted to call myself either Foodie Foodiger or the Curious Gorger.
So
Nice.
And we got to claim the fan of that.
don't worry about that. You might have that chance to. We'll talk about it.
So, well, here's the thing.
How many wing bowls did you go to?
Oh, I've been to probably 6 or 7 of them.
Yeah, I went to the last 15 in a row. It was great.
Nice, man. Well,
It was a holy day to me.
I remember talking about this, and I'm like, so if I eat wings at home, like takeout, my only obstacle is the price. Wings can get expensive.
Yes, they can.
So we had the Not Just Wings around the corner from us. It's not there anymore. But just to sit down and watch
Wait,
a
in
game.
Delaware, there's not just wings too?
No. My bad. Wings to go.
Oh, yeah,
Wings to
they're
go.
fine, too.
So, but I really like Not Just
Not
Wings.
just wings around the corner.
I've not been there for a
I'm gonna
while.
go there.
Wingstop. I knew you had a Wingstop.
I worked at Wingstop for fucking
Wings,
4 years.
no. How is? I see those
Or sorry,
commercials.
Wing Street. Wing
Street.
is part of
Wingstop.
Wingstop.
No, Wing Street is Pizza
Pizza
Hut.
Hut, yeah.
Wingstop
is another place.
It's like the new Buffalo Wild Wings,
Yeah.
which is like going out of business.
Is
They
it really?
just put one on 69th Street, so I don't trust it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, forget it, man.
But it replaced the Pizza Hut. That's why I was like, is that also part of Wing Street?
So, to the Wing Bowl thing,
Yeah.
I would sit down and watch a game or whatever, just my wife and I, and I'd get at least between 75 or 100 wings just to have as a meal, and then eat whatever my wife didn't finish, and
Wow,
have
you ate 7,500 or 100 wings like it's a normal
in a
meal.
sitting. Yeah,
Wow,
man.
my record at Wing Street when I got the shit for free was literally like 65.
Yeah,
and you
well-
do this like casually.
Oh yeah. So
for you.
I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of pumped about it. I'm like, for me, the Wing Bowl, like, I would go there and people would be getting hammered and getting crazy, which is fine. But I truly,
You sit there and pick up the scraps.
I love the
You sit there
entourages. I love the characters.
Oh, it's the best.
Gaseous Maximus, whoever. I mean, there were so many awesome.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi Wing is a nut, dude.
He is my favorite person in the
What
world.
was the one who like actually had like a really? It was like he was an eater, and I think he's been on WIP.
Joey Chestnut?
He was one of the original guys.
El
El
Wigador?
Wigador?
Maybe
when
like,
he's
he
not
had,
in jail.
He was in jail.
Yeah.
He had like really bad.
That was a
That's
lot.
definitely El Wigador.
Yeah.
I think he was in the amphetamine business also.
He knew what was up.
Yeah. He was ahead of his time.
Wings don't have carbs, though. He shouldn't have been fat.
But I don't know if you remember the one year. So I'm all jacked about this in my head because I'm like, oh man, we're gonna have the best entourage, blah blah blah. But the one, like my kryptonite, unfortunately, is eating in front of people. So if
At
you
5
remem-
a.m. in the morning.
well, 5 in the
love
morning.
Which is the hard part.
Yeah.
Like, I have an appetite.
I
No one
love
has
when
an
people
appetite
watch
that
me eat.
early.
I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. I
Watch
can't
me
perform.
bite into this
I don't know why.
cheeseburger, you little bitch.
But do you
Especially
remember
like poor people who don't have a lot of food. But keep going.
there was a guy from Springfield? Isn't he? He went by Sloth.
Oh, I remember Sloth. He puked
And
everywhere.
Bingo. The guy, he's eating and he looks up, his mouth opens,
Yep.
and it was like a fire hose of like green sludge. And I'm like, that would be me.
Yep.
And that is honestly what turned me away from even considering that
Well,
anymore.
yeah, they
Would
used
you, would you think about it if certain people I might know or may not know were trying to bring back part of a wing eating contest to the area? Would you think about?
like where
Would
you're
you do a wing bowl if we did one and replaced it, like replace the original wing bowl?
Is this like an official acceptance right now?
No, it's
Because
just
I'm going to say
hypothetical. It's
yes.
legally hypothetical because we don't have a name for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The wing cup.
Well, where would you hold it? I'm just
We've got
curious.
plenty of sponsors that
Okay.
like are hyper competitive against each other.
It might be multi-level.
Yeah, there might be a bus.
Very
Let's put it
nice.
that way. It may be like a Shamrock and Roll Blarney bus kind of thing,
Oh,
where it's like you eat at one place, then you go to another. Maybe
I don't know,
the last round
dude.
in a different place.
I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but I think I may have peaked. You know,
That's great reference.
I may have peaked a little while ago, but you know what?
We hosted one before back in 2015.
Yeah, we were
on
just
a different
hired
show.
a host. We really didn't.
And it was supposed to be like, just like whatever, like, you, me, whatever.
Yeah.
And we said no professional eaters. And then a dude came in.
No,
and,
we didn't. That wasn't. We didn't say no professional. That was run by somebody else. That wasn't us.
Whatever, like they said no professional
just
eaters. And a dude shows up and he's like, my name's Robert or whatever. I'm like, oh, cool. And he like wins by a good margin.
Oh, he destroyed it.
A fair amount. Like, and he could have told he could have done more. And it's cool. And then the next week I'm at the Wing Bowl and he comes in with 2-1 odds and wins. Notorious
boy.
B.O.B.
No, he won this. Not that year. The following year, he won the local, and then the
Yeah.
next year he won the last one. He won the last one.
He's literally the final champion.
Oh, boy. Is he a professional eater though?
Yeah. Well, he
He
became
wasn't.
one.
He wasn't. They like have a name, like a Screen Actors Guild kind of thing. Like you had to join the IOC,
Yeah,
the
yeah, I've
International
seen that.
Competitive something.
I know that.
He wasn't a member of that, so he technically wasn't, but now he is.
Yeah, because they actually did not allow professional eaters in wing bowl for a good period until they did.
2007 or 8, yeah.
If you remember that Sonia Thomas,
the Black Widow.
The Black Widow, she was a professional eater, and she was like
came in and
90
murdered
pounds, man.
And then Joey Chestnut came in and won like 15 in a row.
What was it, Tiger Shark? Or something?
Tiger Shark's at Penn State, dude. He's not professional.
Tiger Shark, dude.
He was on our PTA contract.
Oh, man.
Tiger Shark, yeah. Then you had like the what was his name? The Jewish Hammer, the Hebrew Hammer.
The Hebrew Hammer. Yeah, Joey
showed
Chestnut
the-
won the. He's still doing the Nathan's contest on the 4th of July. He won last year.
He has the record for that.
That
I've seen Kobayashi eat 500 wings at that place. Maggie Schuler, she's the chick who
Is she
won
the
a
redhead
bunch.
girl?
Yeah, from Kansas.
Yeah.
She won like 2 or 3 in a
Well,
row.
I remember
and,
that
like,
she was doing-
Molly Schuler.
No, that's
her
one.
name.
Yeah, Molly.
I remember watching something where they were talking like, how do you prepare? Like,
They eat a head of lettuce a day.
Great.
head of lettuce and drink a ton of water. They just expand their body the day or two ahead of time, and then they
Yeah.
just piss it all out, and then they have like this open sack now.
Like the first like 10.
So they were talking about like after the winging contest, an hour later they go out and eat.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like when you say something like that, like I feel like I may have missed something bigger because there's an actual art to that, which I don't. My 100 wings for a football game was not planned, or I didn't stretch anything. I just ate. But
I'd never stretch.
But you got up to triple.
He tried
digits on
once.
wings.
yeah, man.
Good for you. What places wings?
I actually think so. I stopped. I got really snooty with wings. I just wouldn't get takeout wings because they steam themselves, and for me, it's crispiness.
Yeah.
So if you put it in that styrofoam tub,
Yeah.
by the time you get home, they're just mushy.
Yeah.
So no matter where you get them from, to me, they're kind of
you made
shot.
your own?
So then I moved on. So my wife's birthday's on New Year's Day.
Oh wow.
And that became her.
She's New Year's baby. Huh?
Yeah, that was a request. She's like, make your wings. And so actually, what I've been doing recently is the sauce from
The jerky.
Hunt's.
oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah.
That, and I do my own. I do a sort of a dry rub, fry them, and
I don't know if I'm turned on or hungry or
yeah, right. I'm gonna be honest with you because I've been on my own restricted diet. Like I'm struggling a little bit here.
Fucking A. How do you cook them?
Just fried and
Tell me
peanut
more.
oil.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
So
wanna
peanut
know-
oil.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what I'm wearing?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
How long
Tell
do
us
you rub that
slowly.
dryness on that?
Tell us slowly. 2 hands.
but
Let me ask you this question, because from soup to nuts, like from the second you buy the meat to the time that you can actually eat it, how long does it take to make beef jerky?
4 days. 4 days from
I
start
thought it
to
was
finish.
longer for some reason.
How
Yeah, I
do
thought it was longer,
How do
too.
you make jerky? This is gonna be the dumbest thing I've ever.
No.
asked.
So I dehydrate it.
How?
So it's in a dehydrator, obviously, which is just it's a really simple device. It's just racks that
How big's the rack?
15 by 15.
That's a
Feet.
No.
Oh.
No.
That's a
There's a whole slew
That's a
of.
nice rack.
Yeah, that is a nice rack.
Yeah,
Is that a
nice
bust?
set of racks.
Yeah.
So you buy like one shipment. Just so you go to the Northeast.
Yep.
You pick up. You got a contract there. Is that this place you've had for 25 years?
No.
Okay.
No. And it's funny because whenever I go out and I do anything in public, you'll always get somebody that's like, I
Yeah.
make my own jerky, and you kind of swap stories, and everybody starts out going to Pathmark and getting London broils. I mean,
gotcha.
that's top round. That's the same,
Yeah.
essentially the same meat that I
Night and
use.
day difference.
I'm telling you, the stuff
Is it
from
flavor or like consistency? What really makes the difference?
well, it's actually the grain of the meat. Just like so, I don't know if you guys eat skirt,
Everything.
Yes.
skirt steak.
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
like
sure.
that became
I
my
love eating skirt.
skirt steak used to historically be a very cheap piece of meat, and then it kind of got popular, and now it's probably $8.99, $10 a pound.
Hipsters ruined it.
Probably.
It's not $80 a pound like Kobe or
No. It's,
Wagyu.
Wagyu is $57.95
Yeah,
at
that's
Wegmans, and it's
crazy.
delicious. You buy that, you're not going to want to
I
eat
always
Wegmans
wanted like
steak
for the
ever
show,
again.
like buy the most expensive cheese.
Wagyu. I'm gonna eat that on Christmas then.
at Wegmans.
Wegmans
I didn't even know
$57.95
they- I didn't know
pound.
they
Well, no, I'm
sold
gonna
that.
eat it a couple
Yep.
days after Christmas when I win this contest. I can afford something for $80 a pound.
Right. That's right.
New Year's Eve we'll have a Wagyu cheesesteak. We'll have.
I made one.
Yeah, fuck you, dude.
I bought half
It
a
was
pound.
this big.
I
You
know.
could only afford this much.
No, I bought.
Like size.
No, because I'd get a deal at Wegmans, so I'd get it for half price. I bought half a pound of Wagyu. I bought half a pound or a quarter pound of cheese that was $39 a pound.
Dude.
And a fresh roll, went home and cooked it, and it was the greatest cheesesteak I've ever had in my entire life.
You slut.
You make too much money.
No, I mean...
That's never been said.
Yeah.
He's like, mortgage your expensive cheesesteak.
Yeah. My kids didn't eat for a week, but I ate like a king that night.
Yeah.
Could you potentially, I wonder, could you switch the sticker on it or something?
No. It's so Wegmans. What they do is they sell the Wagyu. So they sell for $57.95 a pound. When it gets to the last day that they can sell it, just like any other meat product, they put it for half price.
The manager's special.
Yeah. So it becomes just under $30 a pound. So for half a pound, I paid like $16-17 for what I got, which is still expensive for half a pound of steak. But when you think about it, go to Outback and get a steak that's not even that great,
Shitty.
and you're paying $25 for 8 ounces.
I remember when I started doing this job, I had to start going out to dinners and stuff, and I'd eat Outback steaks, whatever. Go to the local restaurants around here, have a decent steak, and then finally they take me to the high
Just
end.
like the media strippers or
Yeah.
cheerleader story. It sucks that I had to go out and get better steaks.
Yeah. No, but I'm just I'm the one of those guys who go, really, $60 for a steak? Is it really worth it? And I'm sitting at my first $60 steak. I'm like, this is fucking amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know steak could taste this good type
For sure.
deal.
That's how Wagyu is. When you make it, you buy it, make it yourself, you're just I can't believe how good it tastes. You literally will not.
I'd be afraid to
regular
buy
steak.
that meat that expensive, because I don't know if I could do it justice making it.
It's not that hard.
It's all right, well, you need $60 meat, but I have $1.99 Walmart's seasonings and stuff to put on it.
No seasoning. Salt, pepper,
Olive
that's it.
oil, salt and pepper, man.
Yeah, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of butter, a little bit of salt and
Sounds
pepper,
like
and
my
that's it.
homemade lube.
And that's it.
So we got sidetracked again, like we always do.
Yes.
So you buy the steak, you buy the. You just told us it was
Oh.
chip. No, what was it? Chip.
Top rounds.
Top round. And you bring it home. You have a dehydrator. It's 15 by
Correct.
15. So how much do you do? The whole purchase worth at once?
Yep, we'll do it because of the 4-day process. We usually start up.
Is the
tonight.
dehydrator that thing that looks like a paper shredder that you put it in a bag and it just sucks everything out?
That is a vacuum sealer.
Oh yeah,
the dehydrator
that
it
makes
actually
fucking sense.
Not even close.
a vacuum sealer. The dehydrator honestly just looks like an oven, and that's kind of what it's got a small heating element in it and a fan, and it just circulates the air. So it's kind of like a convection oven.
I was going to say
basically.
a mini convection oven.
Exactly.
But it's not that hot, though, right?
How much
No,
you
no.
put in there at once?
How much
So
meat can you stuff on your rack?
How much meat can you pack?
so it's generally what we do is a batch would be 100 pounds.
Oh my
wow.
god!
Yeah.
That's what I plan on
And out of
using in this
100
contest.
So out of 100 pounds of uncooked meat, what do you get jerky-wise?
It's a 40% yield.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Get 40 pounds out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it depends if we're doing something, because to be honest with you, we were talking about this before we started earlier. And, there's this sort of notion when people can say cook, or they have a service like
Yeah.
a mechanic, my neighbor changes brakes. Dude, you should,
Podcasts. Yeah.
well,
gotcha.
no, I mean, you could, hey, you should be a mechanic. You should open a garage. Or,
Yeah.
hey, you make an awesome Italian wedding soup. You should open a restaurant.
Yeah.
And
You make one good soup.
yeah, well, right,
Yeah.
and that's exactly it. So, let's not take focus off the other half of that equation, which is business acumen. And
Yeah.
And so I've always thought that it would probably be easier to be a business expert and learn how to cook or learn how to change brakes. To be honest with
Then the
you,
other way around.
and
Yeah.
and that's kind of where I'm at. I'll be honest with you. I'm not I'm not looking to retire from this. I have fun with it, man. I love sharing
But if you
it.
could.
What's that?
But if you could.
Oh, if I could, for sure.
So is the 40 pounds that you aim for actually a quota for the places you distribute to?
We do right now. We basically just do direct sale.
Gotcha.
So we're not carried anywhere. But in the new
Do you
year,
want to be?
yeah, we're in the new year.
I
We're
know
gonna have
guys
some
who make
change.
that happen.
Yeah, I mean,
I bought some really bad jerky from a place yesterday, and I would love to drop your name, and be like,
No, and
replace it.
yeah, that's the other thing. I've eaten, like I said, we talked about the beef jerky.
Yeah.
The what's it called? Slim Jims,
Yeah.
and then also you have the bags of stuff with the Jack Links.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
Sweet
Roberto.
Baby Ray's makes an alright one.
Yeah.
Sweet Baby Ray. Wild Bill's is probably the best
Wild Bill,
commercial
yeah.
brand in my
And
opinion.
I've enjoyed them. Don't get me wrong. And I don't know if it's because of mass production and all that stuff makes a difference. But and I'm not just saying this because you're sitting here, but head and shoulders above.
Oh,
those
thank you.
things.
Yeah, that's a really complex seasoning.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
So
my daughter's huge jerky fan. She's 5 now.
We have to believe it.
She's got 5 years of jerky
Yeah,
experience.
no, I've been feeding
And
her.
life.
I've been buying beef jerky with her since she was about 3. So she's had a bunch of different types. Her favorite is teriyaki.
Okay.
And I remember letting her try this, and I was a little worried because it is like, I always tell people has a bite,
a
heat
kick.
to it.
Yeah.
Has a heat to it, but like it doesn't stick.
Correct.
Like you don't need to drink anything to go.
Yeah, you're not going to sit
away.
there chugging water.
Like,
extremely
you just
peppery.
sit there, and I gave it to her while in the car. So I was like, hey, I was like, you
man.
want a piece of this? And she like takes it, and she's like, yeah, sure, and like eats it, and she's like, Daddy, it's hot. Like it's hot. I'm like, it's fine. You'll be fine. Give it like 30 seconds. And out of nowhere, she's like, I want more. And now like I literally have a jar at her
taste.
house, and she's literally like, when are you bringing me more?
We had people walk through here who we had the jars out because you're so nice to leave some here. And, like, some guy already bought some. You bought a jar because he's coming by tomorrow to pick more up. So, I mean,
Fucking right.
it's got to show, like, I mean, like, that's got to tell you
I'm
something.
definitely buying some.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to tell you, make you feel good, like, about your product because,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's in a place for less than a week, and boom, there you go.
For sure.
So, out of the 40 pounds, this is the signature recipe.
That's
How
correct.
much goes to the signature recipe and how many goes to other flavors?
So this is the only flavor.
This is the only flavor, okay. Have you thought about doing other ones?
Oh, yeah.
Or if you, what's up? Oh, is it a phone call?
Yeah, I think this might be our friends here, so.
Oh, goodness. Good evening, caller. You're live on Delco Live. What's on your Delco mind?
Hey, what's going on? It's Pat Calori from the Headstrong Foundation.
Hey, Pat Kyler. Remember
Hey,
we
Pat.
won the first ever Headstrong Golf Invitational?
Oh, that was amazing.
It was the greatest day of my athletic life. I'd made no shots. It was great.
Was it the only day of your athletic life?
It was up there. Yeah. Where you at right now, Pat?
Just calling from home. I'm actually getting ready to fly down to West Palm Beach, Florida tomorrow for
rehab?
for
Yeah.
a series of events, and just getting prepared for the big Thanksgiving week ahead of us.
Well, why don't you tell us about why this Thanksgiving week is so important?
Sure. Well, Thanksgiving this year marks the 13th anniversary of the passing of my brother Nicholas, Headstrong founder, and we have quite an amazing thing happening over the course of that week. On Thanksgiving Day, for the 12th consecutive year, we will honor the promise that we made to our founder by serving Thanksgiving feast to the patients, families, and staff at the University of Pennsylvania Abramson Cancer Center. It's about 250 families that we will provide Thanksgiving to and just share that day with them. Sadly, for many, it's their last holiday together. And so one of the things that we try to do in that intimate moment is to provide just, a glimpse of family and comfort and support. Nick's house is also fully occupied. And so, we're obviously providing Thanksgiving dinner to the guest families that we currently have there in Swarthmore. But on Black Friday, we are very proud to introduce a new Delaware County sports tradition. It's an event that has been talked about, and an argument, if you will, a sports debate that has been, discussed for upwards of 60 years, and we're so happy to bring it to life. It's the first alumni rivalry game between Ridley and Springfield High Schools.
What sport? Let's have lacrosse, right?
Yeah.
All right, just to clarify.
It is.
So this is
It
literally
is.
the equivalent of like the bar league softball, where all the ex-baseball players can go do this. This is like, hey, I used to play lacrosse, and like we don't have like a league or anything, but we can focus on this and come out of retirement and just try to prove our point.
Well, I think at the end of the day, when you really assess the history of both of these amazing programs, they were both instrumental in laying the foundational layer that has become one of the fastest growing sports in the United States, specifically in the state of Pennsylvania, which has emerged as a wonderful hotbed for the game. And, when you take a look and, you really understand the history, these are programs that date back into the 1950s, and it's a Central League rivalry, a crosstown rivalry, and what's happened over the years is countless state championships over the years, countless athletes that have come up and through. In fact, there are more than 115 former athletes from both Ridley and Springfield who are coming together to square off against each other in this amazing event. And we're talking guys that are at the height of the game, professional, current and former All-Americans, members of Team USA, countless All-County, All-State, All-Americans, as I had mentioned. It's just the best of the best over the past 30 years of returning to Delaware County the day after Thanksgiving to square off in this amazing crosstown rivalry game.
That's
support of the
awesome. Now,
foundation.
what's the age groups here for the teams?
Essentially, we have it spans. Most players range in the age of about 25 to, I believe, our oldest player is 50.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's
is it one
like
big
I said,
game?
It's one game.
One big winner take all game.
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
that's the way to do it.
You know, it's one game. We actually have 4 collegiate officials sanctioned for the game itself. We have EMS services. We have trainers. We have a broadcast. We have the whole 9 yards.
How will they?
How
would people watch the broadcast? Is it going to be a live broadcast, or is it going to be?
Yeah, it'll be a live stream, which we're really excited about. That's going to be on the it's the Sports Fan Base Network, and they're doing a lot of good things over there. And so we're going to have that live streamed as well, as I had mentioned. And but the event itself is historic. It's the first time that anything like this has ever happened. We were inspired to create a new Delaware County sports tradition. I mean, I think historically people seem to gravitate more towards, the football rivalries, but this is something brand new and just almost like a best of times-esque type of an event where both of these communities have the chance to see their heroes of yesterday as well as today, guys that are getting it done on the lacrosse field, getting it done off the field. And the purpose behind this event, there are several things. So the Headstrong Foundation is hosting this event in conjunction with both Ridley and Springfield lacrosse programs. And the real objective here is to create a pool of funds that would be accessible to families of Delaware County. We are going to provide financial assistance to families at the event who are in need of our services. And in addition to that, we're going to be making a financial contribution of equipment to the youth programs through, a first stick commitment where we're going to be donating the first sticks for incoming athletes that are getting introduced to the game. The game is also to acknowledge the legacies of my brother Nick Calalori and a young man by the name of Nicholas Baratelli, who passed away about 18 months ago to a very aggressive brain cancer. He was also a lacrosse player. He was playing at Wheeling Jesuit University in West Virginia at the time of his diagnosis, and he was a Springfield kid that passed. So all of the members of Ridley were going to take the field wearing number 27 to honor Nick, and all the members of the Springfield contingency are going to wear number 14 to honor Nick Baratelli.
They all wear the lime green shoelaces?
You know what? They are. They're going to play in traditional school colors. We have some amazing sponsors, Sharon Bank, American Brokerage Services, Cell Vault, and what's really special about that is we've been able to create a new way for local businesses to get behind the foundation and get behind the cause. It's going to allow us to, strengthen our commitment to the local community in need of our services, support Nick's House, and just create a good community day for people to experience the sport at a very high level with 2 historic, iconic rivalries, and like I said, doing it in a first-class setting at Phil Marion Field.
Okay,
it doesn't get any more iconic than that.
I was going to say, so Marion Field's where it's at, and what time does this all go down?
Where's Marion Field?
It's Phil Marion Field on the campus of Ridley High School.
Oh, okay.
It's going to take place at 1 o'clock. That's the face-off. Our gates will open at 11 a.m. And in addition to that, it's a $5 donation For admission, children under 14 are free.
That's cool.
So we really want to get the community out there to experience this.
But everybody can feel free to donate, of course, as well. We have some people on the line here. I want to ask you real quick. Somebody is asking, can people help make Thanksgiving dinner at the Headstrong House in Swarthmore? Are you looking for volunteers? Or
And don't just limit it to like that. Is there anything that like Delaware County folks can do in general coming up for the holidays?
Sure. Well, the first thing I want to say is thank you for your willingness to, become active and support families at this very special time of year. I will say that we're very lucky to have an incredible culinary partner in Rastelli's, which is a wonderful company out of New Jersey that, is preparing all of the Thanksgiving feast for those in the hospital, as well as at Nick's house. What I would suggest is that we have the ability right through our website at headstrong.org where families can actually make a donation to underwrite a meal, which is a $25 donation. And that gives us the ability to provide, soup to nuts for these families. It's go to headstrong.org. And it's the first thing that pops up is, are you interested in making a donation to fund a Thanksgiving meal for a family or a patient? And that'll give you the ability to do that. So that's I think, the easiest way, especially when we deal with families. While we appreciate people's willingness, sometimes we're dealing with some immunosensitivity and food allergies and just some limitations with respect to dietary restriction.
Is there, that totally makes sense, and that's handled very well by you guys. Is there anything that like people can do, with the two houses, the one in Holmes and the one in Swarthmore? Is there I know there's some eager beavers out there that are hearing something like, we can change up this tradition to incorporate that or something. Maybe even like the people of Swarthmore going they're the neighbors. I don't know,
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think at this point, we are at a full occupancy at Nick's house. It's truly a privilege and a blessing. We have families from across the country who are there, and they'll be with us through, the holiday season. So, I would encourage if someone has an interest, they want to connect with us, they can simply go to info@headstrong.org to submit a request if they're interested in making a holiday contribution or, delivering something to the house or something to that extent. I would definitely encourage that they do that.
Does the Swarthmore house have a Christmas tree?
We do. We do a Christmas tree lighting ceremony. I believe that's scheduled for just next week.
Damn it.
And I know that on our e-commerce site, people can purchase Headstrong at least up until next week. They'll be able to purchase Headstrong holiday ornaments for their own trees to show their support for the cause. That can be found at headstrong.org/shop. And that's another great way to infuse the cause into your own holiday, into your own home. And, just a simple way to, pay it forward and help.
Well, one thing is, if you want to, we'll talk off air, of course, at one point. If you want to share that stream with me however we can, we'll play it across all our major networks. So, people who can't make it out can watch, and then we can also put up stuff so how they can donate. So if they're watching, they can do that. Because I know the 300-plus people watching live right now are very interested in all this.
Yeah, this is a really special event. I mean, this is the first time anything like this has ever happened where, we've been working on this project for about a year. We knew if we were going to do it, we would want to do it the right way. The objective was simply to be able to strengthen our commitment to families locally and do something to just celebrate and tip the cap to the history and the tradition, as well as those that we've lost at a very special time of year. What better way to do that than for, 115 of the best Delaware County athletes of all time to come back to an iconic field where my brother Nick took the field and played, then to, square off against one another in an amateur-style game, a best-of-times-esque type of situation for the cause. So, like I said, it should be, it's the makings of this is historic. We're super excited for just bringing this thing to life. I've worked very closely with Springfield boys lacrosse and the Youth Lacrosse Association, as well as Ridley's high school program. And I think it's a really good reconnector to bring people back to Delaware County. A lot of these guys aren't currently residing in this area, but they still call Delaware County home. And I think that it's something that people are going to want to see for sure, especially those living in both of those communities.
Do you know that you guys have done more for Delaware County than every politician ever has? That more than like most the news has ever done? Like, this is pretty cool, and you're doing it in the most Delco way too.
Yeah, I really appreciate you saying that. We bleed Delaware County. We take great pride in it. In fact, I was actually speaking to one of Delaware County's best athletes of all time this evening, Bill McGlone, and Bill and I were talking about just how the life lessons that we learned as youth growing up in Delaware County have really helped shape the work ethic that we apply each and every day in our own careers. And we're just so grateful and thankful to operate our organization in Delaware County and really take such pride in having the chance to shine the national spotlight on our county, and to be able to create things that really evoke positive change and social impact for people.
Delco's rough, but Delco gets things done.
Certainly,
we get to the point very quickly, and this is
what's that?
No, like that's what it is. Like, Delco's very good at getting to the point real quickly. Like, hey, this is what needs to be done. Let's do it. And
on a lacrosse field, this is a style of play that's really defined our area. I mean, when you take a look at the game historically, it's been really segmented to the Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah.
And in the growth markets, you have these traditional markets like Long Island and Maryland. And what spawned out of Delaware County was a style of play that is unlike any other, and that's what's made this area so unique and attractive for collegiate coaches, and why this area is sought after for recruiting, because and I live this, and I saw it with my brothers. At the end of the day, we have this nothing's given mentality, everything's earned, and that's something that certainly any coach can help mold and bring out the absolute best in somebody who's willing to work. And I think that when we go back to everything, it all goes back to the life lessons that we learned growing up in Delaware County, residing in Delaware County, starting an organization in Delaware County, and proudly, obviously, representing it no matter where we go across the country.
This is awesome. We will obviously assist with anything that you need us to do or can do. Not just for the Black Friday game. Anything going into that, anything after that, anything going into the full-fledged holidays of Christmas and whatnot. And just let us know. Literally, like, we can do whatever we can. I know Delco will do whatever they can.
Yeah, we really appreciate everything that you guys do for us. You're wonderful partners in the fight, and we really appreciate everything that you guys do and give so selflessly of each other. And we just love being part of your community. And I think that at the end of the day, no matter who wins this game on Black Friday, there's certainly a lot of pride on the line. But I think at the end of the day, this definitely brings out the absolute best in people, and we really want people to experience it. They can visit alumnilaxgame.com for all of the formal details. You can actually purchase tickets in advance at that site as well. And we currently, are expecting just a really good turnout. And, like I said, we're certainly delighted to have you guys on board.
Real quick, what do you think the final score is going to be?
Oh, man, you put me on the spot. This is going to be a tough one. The Ridley Green Raider and me wants Ridley to pull through. I hope this game goes to overtime. I hope it goes to multiple overtimes, to be quite honest with you. And I certainly want to say that, I'd love to have Ridley at the end of this thing victorious. but we shall see. We shall see for sure. Maybe 27 to 25. I don't know, something tight.
I like that you picked the number 27
Yeah,
there.
that's awesome.
That's fitting.
All right, man. We appreciate you calling in, taking your time. I know you're a busy man. We can't wait for, like I said, we'll share everything out. 300 plus people paying attention here right now. They're excited. I know we're excited. Like I said, we'll share it along and do whatever. Like Holbrook said, we'll do whatever we can to be part of it.
Well, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. You have a great night.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye.
Awesome.
Have a good night,
Don't
man.
forget, only 7 months till Delco Day.
Yeah, and guys, the lines are back open. I had some people calling through trying to, be part of the show. We'll leave them open. Real quick, before we get back to the jerky talk, because we are here with Jeff from Smokestacks Almighty Beef and Jerky. Guys, we have an announcement to make. We might as well, a little further.
Oh, these things that we're holding? Okay.
Yes. I'm going to throw it up on the screen here. You guys will see it live in a second.
Can I do like an on-the-spot promo for this?
Sure, go for
Okay.
it.
Are they showing?
They're showing.
Has anyone ever questioned your Delco-ness? Has anyone ever said, oh, I'm from this area, I know this? Has someone from work, maybe from the Northeast, maybe Bucks County, said, why are you like this? Why are you the way you are? Now you don't even have to say anything to them. You can just hand them your Delco ID. On here, we get to the point of your most Delcoist of pictures. We tell you how long you've been ragingly Delco. This is not just a birth date if you moved here or whatever. Or maybe you grew up on the main line. You're just like, I associate more with the peasants beneath me on the south side of Delco. Then we move on to your local drinking establishment. I don't even care if you're straight edge. You got one. You go to one. It could be closed for years. It could be whatever. Delco, do we actually go by what town you're from? No, we go by what parish you're from.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you're atheist or Jewish or a Satanist. You got a parish. You know it. The home Wawa. We have grief with Wawa, but everyone knows you go to one a day at least.
Yeah.
Peaked. That's an important thing.
Yeah.
It explains,
When you hit that, ceiling, the old Delco ceiling.
Yeah.
I chose 2003 personally, and it's because I feel that I have not been better than I was at that moment.
Oh yeah, I did pretty much the day I graduated high school.
Yeah. It was probably the time when I started drinking.
Mm-hmm.
I chose. You have an order out place, a pizza place, whatever you go to. What's your go-to on a Friday night? What did you grow up going to on a Friday night? Are you a Cocos person? Are you a Gaetanos person? I pick Paul Revere. And then restrictions, you get 3. You get to name 3 things in Delco that you just can't deal with, or they should keep away from you.
Sure.
I chose the Eddystone Walmart, neck tattoos, and the 476 traffic.
I'm Eagles losses, fat chicks, and roundabouts.
Roundabouts!
I'm Busties and Lou Turks for making it Hal. They don't like you throwing nickels at the dancers.
Okay.
And, you pick your hometown and current town, obviously. You get a nickname, and you've got an issue number, which we will assign, or you can pick one.
So we're going to be releasing these out. There'll be order forms. You fill it out. Where's it
going to be, Al?
It's going to be, we'll have it on our Facebook and Twitter originally, but they'll also be on our website shortly.
When's this going out?
Very shortly this week. Or next week, I'm sorry.
Next week,
right before Thanksgiving.
Right in time for Black Friday.
Yeah, so what's nice about these is you can get your own, or it'll be pretty cool. It'll be...
Why did I stick my finger in the blender? Like,
Why did you almost blend your finger
I know
out?
exactly what was going to
What
fucking
is
happen.
going on? The amphetamines are taking over.
You could also order your own, or you can order one for a friend and make it funny however you want to do it. Maybe you have a good picture of them that they don't want out there. And also, there'll be a lot of things that go along with your Delco ID. It's not going to just be a piece of plastic so you can say, how Delco you are. There's going to be a lot of cool things going on. You get your Originally Delco on the back. We'll also have lanyards coming out for it shortly, as well as, if you also want to get your Originally Delco bumper stickers, because we are Ragingly Delco.
Yeah, it's a great way to literally just explain a lot about, yourself. We all have our own quirks. Like we said, Delco is very blunt, but it's good at getting to the point, and this basically just can explain why you're currently in your current position in life. Mm-hmm. It's a great way to relive some nostalgia, some introspective stuff. I had to take a personality test recently, Al, for a new job. Like the Briggs Myers.
Did their thing blow up? Their machine?
You never know. There's so many questions that make you wonder if you actually are a serial killer who hasn't murdered yet. But it was just like, why don't you ask me about like what my favorite Wawa is? Well, this is the Briggs Myers test of Delco.
Also, I guess the next question here is how much does it cost? I'm gonna make it very simple. The first 100 people.
First 100.
$6.10.
Obviously.
$6.10 for the 610.
Yeah.
And after that, it's going to jump up to $10, guys.
No, $10.60 for the dyslexic people.
Okay, $10.60. There you go. So be one of the. We'll let you know. We'll keep count of the first 100. It's by submission, and then we'll have different payment options available. Venmo,
and we'll deliver
PayPal, all those different.
We'll
ones,
deliver them
card.
personally the best we can within the Delco limits.
We're gonna have like some kind of. Pickup spots. We might go meet at a bar. We're gonna actually try to do some of the shows outside of the next couple of weeks of the studio, and then you can pick them up there before and after the show from us. We'll have them available. So there'll be different ways of getting it. But yes, the Delco ID, we've talked about it for a while, but it is official. You get to see it here live. We all have our IDs. And
all the batches up until December 28th. You could probably pick up any Thursday at Morty McGee's because we're going to be there weighing in.
Yeah, we'll work it all out. We'll put it up there for you guys. But it was something we worked on, something we're proud of, and let us know if you're interested. If you're interested, you can message us now. I'll try to get it out, but I'll be putting it out shortly so you guys can grab the links.
Don't leave the county without it.
Yeah. So when the cops pull you over with a car full of beer cans and meth, you show them this idea.
I feel personally attacked, Al.
I said meth, not amphetamines.
What's the next set of syllables? I love this, and I actually almost accidentally gave it to the lady at the Acme earlier.
Well, it's funny because I kept it in my wallet just so I wouldn't forget it right under my ID. And when I pulled out my ID to show somebody, it came out first. And I had to do a double take because I'm like kind of like, oh shit! Yeah, I kind of pulled it back at last second. Like that's my real ID.
Yeah, I just got my driver's license renewed, and like I keep them side by side just in case. Because I feel like if it's just like, are you 21? I'm only peaked in 03, so yeah, probably.
Dolan's Bar wants to know who actually leaves the county. I mean, you can physically leave, but you never truly leave.
You're still Delco.
Once you peak, it's there. It doesn't leave anyway.
Total Wine is in Wilmington, so I mean, right?
Wilmington's more Delco than the west part of the county.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I'm saying, like, the Total Wine is a big destination.
1,000%. I don't actually go to Total Wines anymore. I go to the other one on Amons Road, Tri-State Liquors, because I won't get stuck in it all day like Total Wines. Like, Tri-State is, like, in and out. Like, if I'm going down to Baltimore, D.C., or rehab, it's like, just grab it there.
Baltimore, D.C., or rehab.
As I go in, I get out, I get my natty grenade bottles, which they'd only sell in Delaware, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, in Delaware, have you found yourself drinking more Bud Ices than normal?
No.
Really? I feel like that's like the Delaware State border.
I never drank it, and I don't think that I ever
What's the beer
would.
choice for that goes along that pairs well with smokestacks?
Oh yeah.
Interesting that you ask that. Well, I'm a Scotch guy more than I am a beer guy.
Okay,
good for you.
Good for you.
Beer wise, honestly, if it's
Somebody
me,
can afford it.
well, no, I'm going to say if I'm
Beef
buying,
jerky business has done some well.
I'm not ordering Wagyu cheesesteaks for the record.
Yeah, buddy.
That's right. No, honestly, I'm just a Miller Lite guy, but I've been turned on to 2SP and Aston Abbey, and Aston Abbey's Belgian beers are phenomenal.
Wait, what's Aston Abbey?
Is it from Aston?
Aston Abbey's like a small little brewery right across the street from Wolf's.
Oh, well, we got to check that place out.
Great little place.
Yeah, so
Why aren't we just finding this out? You don't tell me this would be a great part of the show at one point.
Full disclosure, 2SP doesn't like us. I don't know why. We're not that bad at people.
Yeah,
Have you had the Delco Lager, obviously?
I've had the Delco Lager,
I don't like
but
it.
I
Their
like
other stuff's good, though.
The Russian is my favorite.
Oh, yeah?
it's
Russian?
it's a little
Is that what it's
pricey.
called? The Russian.
Oh, my
Russian.
God. Do you live near the Wawa that sells beer?
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
That place is awesome.
He just got so excited his hair popped. I don't think amphetamine.
Remember I covered the opening of that live?
Yes.
Like, that was awesome.
Yeah. No, I mean, I have a place right up the street from my house. I mean, there's like quite a few liquor stores right in the area. So
Well, you're in Delaware, so you don't need to go to a liquor. I mean, you can get beer almost
you can go
anywhere.
anywhere for it.
How many times do you quote Wayne's World and go, I'm in
Oh
Delaware?
my God! Constantly.
Did you know Fight
No
Club
BS.
is supposed to have taken place in Wilmington?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it was written
Yeah.
about it. It's actually loosely based off Joe Biden's life.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I see the parallels.
Yeah.
No, so like
So a lot of little girls very upset.
no. So this is actually pretty dark. When in the 70s, like when he was kind of just like a low level, whatever, his family was in a car accident, like his wife and kids died, and he's just like, all I did was walk around the streets of Wilmington trying to fight people like throughout the night. like random strangers, and like that's how it started, and that's why they don't hint to it, but in the movie they show a quick little business card and it says Wilmington, Delaware.
Get out!
Yeah.
Oh my! I hope that it doesn't come out right now, like during his run.
Oh no, it's pretty well documented. Like it's whatever. He went.
I mean, if they asked him
he went
questions
nutty
about
after his
it.
family died. Like
Wow.
it makes sense. That's
yeah,
the premise
yeah,
for
I
every.
don't blame him. Yeah, for sure. But the Aston Abbey. So the company that I work for actually has a headquarters in Ghent, Belgium. So I go back and forth. Not so much recently, but in the past I would go probably twice a year. And
To Belgium?
Yeah. So the Belgian beers are it's a whole nother world. So
Tell us more.
Yeah. So if you venture into the Aston Abbey, the Quad Bomb is where it's at.
What's a Quad Bomb?
It's a Belgian Abbey beer, Trappist beer.
Man, the names for beers are just getting so elaborate.
Well, a quad is a pretty. So there's doubles, triples, and quads.
What's the difference?
I don't know. There's
One has four. The quad has four something.
It's
something
four
that-
more. No, it's just. I guess it has to do with the strength. I honestly don't know how it's
for real?
made. Yeah, the quad is I think was 10 and change %.
Damn.
Yeah. But it's just
That's Golden Monkey level.
It tastes so much better. I'm not like an IPA guy, and I
Yeah.
think that's why I never really caught on to the sort of the beer.
Do you know why they're
craze.
called IPAs?
Indian Pale Ale?
Yeah, do you know why they call it that?
I don't.
So back when England used to own or like be in charge of India,
Yeah.
they would have to put all those hops in their beer to ship it from England to India to go around the Horn of Africa. And those hops were needed to keep it safe to drink.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Yeah.
So it's a shipping
A
thing.
little fun fact there.
I know a ridiculous amount of stupid.
Very
Real quick, Dolan's Bars asks us, please mention canned food drive contest between Dolan's and Morton's. So I don't know much of anything about it, but
I've seen them talking shit at each other.
I
It's
do.
great.
I'm guessing you can drop off canned foods and they'll work something out at each location.
And we know that PJ isn't eating them because he's also in the contest.
Yes.
And we know that Joe McGee's not eating them because he's
He's
also
in the
contest.
contest.
Sweet.
But yeah,
The Little General.
the little general.
Yeah.
Some of the funniest promos I've ever seen.
So we got the Delco IDs in. That was we heard about the Headstrong thing, guys. If you want to check anything about Headstrong, headstrong.org. We'll post some stuff up about it over the next couple of days as well. We got beef jerky here. That's amazing, and a Delco-based beef jerky, which made the Delco Mary. Is that am I calling that
The
correct?
Delco Mary was made by Jessica Gallagher at Marty McGee's.
Okay.
It is, I forget everything that goes into it, but 2 Delco
Kale and amphetamines?
small business staples are involved in it. Both Smokestack's Almighty Jerky
Okay.
and Delco Dills.
That's gotta be delicious, though.
It
looks
looks
amazing.
amazing.
Do you guys like Bloody Marys generally? Just
No.
as a quick question.
So
Tomato juice freaks me out.
I was raised by like a Bloody Mary.
fruit juice. It's a fruit, so it is a fruit
Yeah,
juice.
dude,
so.
you shouldn't be drinking tomato juice. Like, it literally, I'll
not?
vomit. Like,
It
a
doesn't
You
Clamato,
eat
taste
like,
pizza
like
I'll
vomit.
sauce, pasta sauce, but when you juice it a little further, that just blows your mind, huh?
Al, would you eat a little bit of kale?
Actually, kale's disgusting.
Okay, I was going
But
to
do
say.
you like tomato sauce? Do you like pizza sauce? Do you like? I'm just saying. I don't like.
Do I
kale.
like pizza? Yes.
I
like
love
pizza.
lettuce and salads and stuff like that, but I just don't. I find kale. Do you want? 'Cause I worked in a restaurant when I was younger, and we used to use kale and orange slices as like
It's
decoration, as garnish on
Yeah.
the food, and like it was so bitter and stuff. I'm like, why would anybody eat it? And somebody's like, oh, you gotta try kale chips, like where you just make them in the oven with olive oil or something like that. It sucks.
Fine.
ass.
It's I ate it at first. It grew on me.
I think SpongeBob kind of spurred that on. I mean, isn't it a SpongeBob?
Possibly. I know hipsters fucking ruined it.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, the hipsters ruined it. But yeah, so it's that.
What do you mean they ruined it? Was it a thing before that?
No, like, I had never heard the word kale until, like, 2000.
So how did they ruin it?
Well, kale it's a superfood.
Yeah.
Kale, it's like anything.
I mean, it already sucked.
You know,
What's the
it was
juicing
avocados at one point. It was bison meat at one point. It's
You know what it was? It was when the
Bison's
juicing
delicious.
started because
It
it's
is.
really cheap. Like, this was only like $3, and that's like a lot.
It really blew up around 2015.
Yeah, with the juicing fad.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you can buy all this and juice it, and it's just like it's empty, and they're like it's a superfood. It has all the fiber and it holds water and it's all that stuff.
Yeah, I tried like the fruit smoothies where they tell you to put a little kale in there to get the extra. It sucked asshole.
Kale's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's shitty.
Yeah, I have a Jack
Not a fan
LaLanne
of it.
juicer. That,
So do I. I was
yeah,
gonna bring that, but it's so bulky.
It's huge, man.
There's like
and
15
cleaning
pieces
it
to it.
is probably the hardest
Yes.
part of using it.
That's why
so-
Homer just doesn't clear it.
Yeah, it's just
He lets just a little extra amphetamine sit at the bottom.
Yeah.
It just like really brings out the
By the way, this is
flavor
now-
and his eyeball.
This is now officially evidence.
Yeah.
we need to
We
bury
better to
that.
get rid of that. Bury it right next to
Tracks.
the
Right in front of the
homeless
tree.
people.
So your jerky is not in stores or anything right now. You do direct sales.
Yeah,
from
so why don't you
your
break it down
website?
for everybody so they
Yeah, sure. You can follow us on Facebook, Smokestacks Almighty Beef Jerky, Twitter, and what's the other one?
Instagram?
Instagram, Smokestacks ABJ. Those two
Snapper
are new for me, and I got to be honest with you. I don't know if it's just because I'm old or
Yes.
No,
whatever.
Snapchat's great. I'll send you some of these like great models to follow. Like, dude, it's the best.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
best. It's the best.
Honey, you're not listening.
And then
right
you
now.
find then you find them and you get like their
You know the
premium thing.
single guy says that when the other guy married goes.
yeah, sure.
It's all
Send
joke
that
for
to
the
me.
show.
Wrong. It's marketing because then you like have them like you.
Oh, they could like
then you
beef jerky.
DM them and you go like, "Yo, I'll send you like $50 if you just pose with my jerky."
Yeah. No, it's networking.
Trust me.
It is.
Networking. Yes,
yeah.
I like that word.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is I felt like
All about
Facebook
networking.
was a
I sprained
lot
my wrist
easier
networking.
to manage. Like,
Oh, you found Facebook hard to manage?
no, I feel like it's easier. So Instagram
It
and
is,
Twitter I'm
because
struggling with.
Here's the thing with I can tell you the
teach you some
difference is like Facebook is the most hardest. I don't want to say the hardest, but compared to the other ones like Twitter and Instagram, you can call yourself whatever you want. You don't know who that person is. Facebook makes it a little harder for you to do that, so you know you're kind of dealing with trolls and
Yeah.
stuff. You see a little less of than you're going to see in Instagram and
Instagram is really limited, and once you like realize the limits to it, it becomes really like easy.
Yeah.
Like it's not as in depth as like Facebook. Like literally, it's just like you
Yeah,
post
it's
a
just
picture
pictures,
and
right?
someone at
Yeah.
you, and you go, "Oh, nice."
Yeah. So, I mean, those are the main avenues. So, social media or through the website, www.smokestacksalmightybeefjerky.com. If you remember that one?
Yep.
And,
It's a long one.
yeah.
Smokestacks Almighty Beef Jerky .com.
.com. You're not going to forget
You
it.
spell out all the words.
Hold on a second. I need to reference.
That is a ridiculous amount of letters in a name. Like I feel that like when you went on like GoDaddy or whatever, like that wasn't taken.
Like .us, whatever. They were all available.
The next one's like, are you sure? You could have shortened it up like smokestacks and just put ABJ or no. That's
So this is
Smokestacks
this is the
BJ.
only flavor, right?
That's correct. I mean,
What's the ordering sizes?
so we have quarter, half, and full pounds.
What's that?
That is a pound. So that's a jar, and so that's a $40 jar with a pound of jerky, and then the prices for the bags are 8, 16, and 32.
So you can like buy the jar and then just get refills.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, so it's free refills like Wendy's?
No. Get the bag and refill it. Yeah.
Yep. So it's the jars. That's actually how I first started to sell it, and it makes for great gifts. So we're actually going to be.
Oh, my wife saw it like when we last or 2 Tuesdays ago. We were doing it. She goes, "I need jars like that to like make decorations or some
yeah.
shit with."
There's the list.
And I'm like, "Oh, we can get into that if you want to, because there's more to that."
Did she sign up to do the watch 24?
She thought about
Hallmark
it.
movies?
She thought about it.
I found a better one.
She's already watched 24 Hallmark movies
Oh,
to
same.
date. To date, starting November 1st.
It's the only thing on in my house.
Oh my.
Why?
The
My mom
Christmas
controls the
movies?
living
Yeah,
room.
like the cheesy Hallmark Christmas movies.
Yeah.
They have. She is. They start them. Like literally, they're gonna have a channel that just runs 24/7.
Yeah.
They do. It's called the Hallmark Channel, Al.
No, but I mean like all day, every day of the year.
They still do.
Because even like Netflix is jumping on it. They have.
She
kinda
knows
like
every
their
movie's the
cheesy-
same, right?
Oh, she
It's-
knows. She knows how cheesy and bad they are.
High-powered businesswoman gets too chaotic in life, can't find love, meets small-town butcher, they fall in love.
Or vice versa. It's one or the other. Either you're coming
It's
from.
never the dude is the main character.
No.
in
No,
Hallmark.
no. It
there-
can be.
There can be.
There's some.
They sometimes really throw a curveball, make the guy the main character.
The guy's too hot to
But
not have
right
a
now,
woman
it's
already.
literally
like
Cameron DJ Tanner. What's her name?
Cameron,
or Candace Cameron.
Candace Cameron.
Candace Cameron.
Something. Yeah.
And now Stephanie
He's starting to do it now that she's off
in
of
it. She's
drugs.
got huge tits.
Yeah.
I just had to
gorgeous.
throw that out there. And I think
Candace
she
Cameron
did
Fedorov,
she-
right? Didn't she marry Sergei
No,
Fedorov?
I was
no,
gonna say-
someone else.
She married Sergei
Didn't she
Fedorov.
have an amphetamine issue too?
Yeah, she
I
said that,
thought she
yeah.
went away for a while.
That was
Yeah,
Stephanie.
she wasn't. She came back
Stephanie
with
was the
huge
method.
cans.
Yeah. It's always the middle kid in shows, like the middle kid from Reba.
Yeah. Well,
Reba.
no, it was,
What a fucking reference!
yeah, that redheaded.
From Reba?
No, that redheaded girl. She
had-
made Stephanie Tanner look like.
She had a bad drug problem and really bad with anorexia.
Yeah,
and
but
recall.
yeah,
Dude,
I don't know if we want to take.
Is it a number that's not 610-484 or 215?
Yes.
Then
Yeah,
no.
no, they can go.
You
They can go back
to
to
give
the-
it a chance.
No.
All the viewers here.
Yo, actually take it, but never turn the volume up. Just let them listen to us.
Take it.
No, because no, turn it down.
Good
it
evening,
down.
caller.
Put the
You're
other
live
down,
on
turn it down.
Delco Live. What's going on?
I can't hear me. I can't hear myself being live right now.
You're good right now.
If there's a delay, dude.
Actually, take it, but never take it off.
We can't hear you. Sorry, bud. Yeah.
Yeah, no. What they
He
did
was
last
trying to
time.
wait for him to get live. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell when he's like, I can hear myself live. Well, if you ever did Facebook called in before, there's about a 30 to 60 second delay. So, not happening, pal. Crazy, not stupid, not our first rodeo.
Was that coming from the deep south?
Something. 721 or 715. What's that? I gotta look that up.
Oh, Kentucky, probably.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is, if it was Headstrong related, they're coming fucking in from international or some shit, man.
Well, I was trying to. Yeah, dude, I can't hear myself live, so obviously.
715 area code is Wisconsin.
All right. So,
They're just as
you want to hear yourself live, and I couldn't hear you over anyway.
Stop yelling at the fans, Al.
I know. I'm just saying.
You'd be the worst rock star.
I'm a great.
We're the best.
Rock stars do whatever they want.
Yeah, Tool's literally mean to their fans. I
Yeah.
saw them last night. They were
Oh, how
great.
was it, man?
Oh, they were great. I seen
Were
them.
you hanging out with Delco Joe?
I saw, dude. Yo,
Delco
ends up we
Joe?
parked right next to him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and at the end,
That's
I
funny.
was like, yeah, man, you know, I could use a beer, like waiting for the traffic or whatever. And he's like, I got one for you, and he gave me a Natterday, and I was like, this is great, but I was like,
There's a lot
I
of calories.
I literally said,
a lot
I
of
can't have
calories.
this, and put it away.
Oh, look, I'm very proud of you. I'm just gonna say that. I'm proud of myself, but I'm really proud of you too.
I turned down a Natterday, dude. Even over this weekend, dude, it was just like whiskey and like 3 white.
I kind of
Claws.
got thrown off. Where were we left off after that call came in?
We were saying that you can buy the jerky. Oh, the fucking Hallmark movies. It's
Oh yeah, she's already watched. Like I said, I could say easily 20 at this point.
I applied to do that.
Well, hold on. Cameron. So I was saying, Candace Cameron. She's in so many of them. There's one where she plays her own twin.
Makes sense.
They could
Okay,
just
like-
hire twins.
And like one's like the successful, lives by herself businesswoman, and the other one is a teacher from the small town that they grew up in.
Oh my god, did they fall in love with each other?
No, but
What a twist.
like they swap places. I never heard of this scenario before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you remember the first episode of
I wish
Delco?
I wish they could come out with a movie, Parent Trap, that was just like that, Parent Trap.
No, it was Freaky Friday.
No, it's not Freaky
Vice
Friday.
versa.
No,
Yeah, vice versa, yeah. It's the one.
Was
there's-
the Parent Trap the
there's-
same thing where they
No,
Not the
slightly
Parent Trap.
different.
no, that was the one that the Lindsay Lohan did, right?
Yes, but before Parent Trap in the 50s, there was a movie where.
Oh, I didn't know it was the 50s.
There was a,
Oh,
hold
fuck
on.
me.
No, it's also Disney, just like Parent Trap was 1970s.
It was called Bambi, and it starts out pretty strong.
First Parent Trap was 1972. This is 1950s. I got Disney Plus. I know all the years now. Yeah, thanks, Jess.
What?
Yeah.
Disney Plus, if you want to be nostalgic, get Disney Plus.
It's
now.
amazing. Yo, I watched
Boy
Mr.
Meets World.
Boogedy.
Joey Delco is getting it just for Boy Meets World.
Oh, it's a Pango
Yeah.
Large, yeah.
Oh,
I got carpal
and-
tunnel because I
And
heard.
actually, if you buy the $6.99, it's $6.99 normally. If you buy the $10.99, you get the wrist splints that come with it. So
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Fun fact.
Hold on.
Do you recall the last 2 seasons of Boy Meets World where Eric and them get a hot roommate chick?
Eric gets the hot. Yes.
Rachel, she's a porn star now.
Yes, she is a porn star.
Huh.
Yeah.
And
So the
she is grimy.
I
imagine.
I wonder
Dude,
if they
she's
cut
like
it-
what is she, like 6'2" and 110 pounds?
She is a little grimy.
Yeah, I imagine.
I was like, this is
gaping
going to be
there.
great. And I watched like 15 videos. And I'm
Like German grimy or
So he got the wrist splint package.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I don't like myself right now, but I never do.
But yeah, so there was that movie, which was a prince and another random kid who look exactly the same, switch lives and do it, and then there was
Yeah, I've seen
3
that.
different
Trading
versions.
places.
Yeah, traded places.
Yeah, and then there was the Disney movie where it's a girl and a pop star trade places, and the love interest.
There's a
is
lot
the
of
dude
different
is Justin
versions
Timberlake.
of this
That's what I'm
movie.
saying. It's not Parent Trap.
You know who
That's
never
that-
traded places?
that.
But Parent Trap, they did trade places.
It's completely different though. They
First
trade
part,
places to trick the parents.
The scenario of the
They traded places to
yeah,
learn
but
what
the
the other parent
scenario
was
for the
like.
one with Lindsay Lohan is one
Not-
of the most screwed up scenarios.
Al, if you recall, the first episode of Delco Live literally ended with the hypothetical of, are you a pedophile if you're the dad and you bang Lindsay Lohan because she's actually technically right now your current 50-year-old wife?
wait, what?
Freaky Friday.
Oh, that's Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
So what we were saying, the Freaky Friday, because that was the one. Is it Lindsay Lohan too?
It's Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, and
so they
the mom
switched.
and the girl switched. They had
How
the
old
brains.
was Lindsay Lohan in that?
18.
Yeah.
Trust me, I looked it up.
Well, then I don't think he'd be a pedophile.
But she's like 17
But the
in
point
the
is,
story.
in the movie,
Still
they
not
switched
pedophile.
brains. So
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan's mind is trapped in her mom's body, and the mom,
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis is trapped in the 18-year-old girl's body.
So which one makes you the pedophile?
Technically,
If you
neither
bang one of them, like you should be banging your wife, right? Who's Jamie Lee
Well, I
Curtis'
guess if
body.
you're not
But that's
doing
now your daughter, which is weird.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're not the disgusting person, I mean, I didn't know it wasn't my wife.
Right. If you're unknowing,
I mean,
doing
it's my
that,
wife. That's who I mean, what are the odds of my wife and daughter swapping brains? I mean, I can imagine that was what his plea is.
Which one makes you the scumbag?
If you don't know, then
Well, how about the reverse? How about Jamie Lee Curtis trying to get some young D, like her 18 while trapped in her 18-year-old
That's
daughter?
different.
Why is that different?
The Me Too society.
No, but what I'm saying
It's
is,
just like when a
is she
teacher-
a pedophile?
it's-
Is she a pedophile because she's
no,
trying to get a
women
young
can't
guy?
be pedophiles.
She has a dick, Al. We know this. Like it's well documented.
Oh yeah, she did at one point
Yeah.
during Trading Places. All comes full circle.
Would you do Lindsay Lohan right now?
She's a Hermie. Would I do Lindsay Lohan now?
She staggers in
I
here
think
right now.
right now she's under the table. Like she needed $5.
She heard that there was amphetamines here.
Yeah, she heard about the amphetamines.
She comes in from Burgundy right now, falls in our door. She's like, I'm trying to fucking. Parents got paid for this, and Mean Girls paid for this.
Yeah. Oh man, but no.
You doing it?
But yeah, why not?
Yeah, she's like, yeah.
Yeah, why not? It's Lindsay Lohan.
I
You gotta
love
tell
her.
You
everybody.
have to.
I love
You would
Redhead
do
chicks.
if Lindsay Lohan wasn't famous and she walked in here just like that right now, you would still do it.
You walk into a dive bar and like bragging to your friends about it, or just
Oh,
like,
yeah,
I can't
totally.
believe I did this.
So I get shirts made up
Yeah.
at that point. Yeah.
You walk into the like, how's your night been? Like, oh, I can't believe it. I banged Lindsay Lohan. Or you going like, guys, guess what I did?
Yeah. Exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, guys, guess what I did? You guys want shirts? They're free. I'll be like, turn them out. Yeah. It's a big guy. And then like Lindsay Lohan like passed out.
You're calling up Pro
I
2
like doing
o'clock in
passed
the
out
morning trying to
selfie.
put an order in.
I'm like, I took this selfie of me and her in bed. Like she's passed out. I guess you can't be passed out on
No, it can't be.
passed out. In front of me.
You pretty much just black out and then you like refocus. I don't actually remember what my
Yeah,
bed
he's
looks
about to
like.
take his jerky and slide out. He's like, these guys have lost their mind.
It's bingo, but I'm gonna win.
If you're trying to get off of amphetamines, try this jerky.
Yes.
I've already said if I win, half it's going to Headstrong, the other half's going to rehab to get me off all the things I needed to get hooked to win. Wait till you see the last few weeks. The last few weeks of my plan, like in this contest, I would be banned from the Olympics for life. Like if I ever like went into it, the Hall of Fame wouldn't even sell me the Baseball Hall of Fame wouldn't sell me a ticket from how much shit I'm gonna do.
But, kind of because we got a full circle, the Parent Trap thing, that one's messed up on, like they should be, like, locked up, like, arrested. The parents should be arrested. So, he's, like, a successful winery guy, and she's, like, a successful designer who lives in England. So, they were married together, loved each other, I guess they wanted to break up right at the same time they had twin girls, and pretty much said, well, you take one and I'll take one. I'm going to go to England. You can stay here in California and do your winery. And that's cool. And the two girls then go to the same summer camp somehow, find out they're related, and then decide to swap places. And one goes, and then they bring them back together. I'm like, how do you like? All right, you have kids, and then you decide to go. I only need one. It's not like a stereo system where you guys have two in the house and you get divorced. Where like you take one, I take one. It's a fucking
It is
kid.
extremely messed up. And then you have to tell the kids they have a twin.
And then but here's my thing is, if you're I guess because they're young in the movie, I mean, they're supposed to be, I guess, in their, like,
13,
like
14.
13, 14, 15 age. Like, how do you, like, get happy to see a parent, like, you literally abandoned me. You took my sister, went across the pond, you abandoned me, and then vice versa. Like, you like, and I'm supposed to be okay with this, and then at the end of the movie, they try to get their parents back together.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, no, that's a bad parent, and you're a bad parent for the same reason, for hiding the fact that I have a twin sister, because you guys just can't get along and just decided, like, literally half us and leave.
Terrible.
I was like, And then Disney makes a movie about it. Like, well, then again, if you break a lot of Disney movies down,
They're all fucking tragic.
There's only like 3 Disney movies where the parents are together.
Yeah.
Well, it's not Bambi.
And Dalmatians is one of them.
Most of them aren't the mother. The mother's usually not in the picture.
Or murdered by a hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ever notice, the Donald Duck is an uncle, Uncle Scrooge is an uncle. Who are the Duck?
Hold on, I gotta give a shout out.
Who are Dewey Louie's mom and dad?
I gotta give a shout out here.
Okay.
This is a really sad but funny shout out because the dude has a really good sense of humor and he's a fan of ours.
Okay.
Steve Prophet.
Yeah, I know Steve.
His mom died like a year ago and his dad's like not doing well health wise. And he goes, "Yeah, man, I'm one phone call away from being a Disney princess."
Oh my god! I'm trying not to laugh, but it was hilarious. Like, but if you think about it, if you go through like all the Disney princesses, most of them either have no parents or just a father or a father figure. It's always like a male figure if you think about it. Like, but like I said, like very few. Like I think you get like the Incredibles have both their parents, but that kind of makes up the movie, so you can't not have the parents in it.
Up is literally a random person.
Frozen, all the parents are dead.
Yeah.
Aladdin, just the dad. Cinderella,
Little Mermaid, just the dad.
Beauty and the Beast, just the dad.
Lion King.
No, the mom's around because he almost banged his mom. Remember?
The dad's dead. The dad's dead though.
Yeah, but he almost nailed his mom.
That's because the Lion King is Hamlet.
It's because they're fucking beasts.
Okay, he still almost nailed his mom.
It's better than Bambi nailing her mom.
What's it called? Little Mermaid. Little Mermaid.
Only dad.
Just the dad.
Just King Triton, the evil King Triton.
Sister of the Traveling Pants. Only the dad. And he's
That's
schizo.
not Disney.
Isn't it?
No, it's not.
Even if it is, it doesn't count. It's like a true Disney movie. Are there any other Disney movies out there I can think?
Disney Channel movies, the parents are usually together.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring up my Disney.
Anastasia, she had no parents.
Well, I was gonna say they either have
because the Bolsheviks took care of that.
The Frozen has no parent. Frozen, the parents die, and that.
Well, eventually they don't die. Right
Tarzan,
away.
the parents die, and he's raised by
Tarzan's parents are Anna and
Dumbo
Elsa's
is just
parents.
the mom in that one. That's the one time where the mom's involved because there's no dad.
Yeah, that's the connection. So Frozen, the parents are also Tarzan's parents. That's the story. They went off the ship, wrecked, went onto the island, raised Tarzan until they died, and that's why he has the superpower of being able to talk to animals, like how she has the superpower of being able to free shit.
Are you really going to have like this continuity?
They've came out and admitted it.
This is kind of a Disney movie, Big Hero 6. It's not even the mom or dad, just the aunts taking care of the boys in that.
What about Up?
Froze Up? Well, the Up's the wife died. That was the husband.
Wife died.
And so
but that kid didn't have fucking family.
Wally, no parents.
Tangled, she's raised by like her evil aunt or something.
Brave, both parents are in it.
Lion King we mentioned, Aladdin we mentioned. Wreck-It Ralph doesn't count. Jungle Book, there's another abandoned child.
Yeah.
Raised by animals.
Literally, yeah.
Cinderella?
It's evil stepsisters.
Yeah, no dad, just
just
stepmother.
the mom, the mom.
Just the stepmom.
Snow White? I don't know if there's any parents involved in that one, is there?
Mm-mm.
Sleeping Beauty already said Bambi, Winnie the Pooh, Lady Tramp, Peter Pan, Island of literally no children, or no parents.
The Island of Lost Boys is when little boys die at a young age, they go to that island, and Peter Pan is the angel that brings them there.
Okay. You should have
Just ruining your entire childhood.
One Dalmatians, you had both parents involved.
Yeah.
But you have to make 101. There would only been 99. So
Pinocchio was only a dad if he's a real boy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Pinocchio only had a dad because Geppetto was technically his dad.
And he had a cricket.
Mulan was both.
Oh, they own Marvel now, right?
Mulan, both. Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Oh, well, that was before that.
The hottest Aunt May ever.
Oh my god! Well, I love how they.
Tomei.
I love how they.
Gorgeous.
I love how
Star Lord.
Yeah.
Only one parent.
Well, a lot of movies, but like DuckTales, I bring that up. That's another one. Like I said, Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Darkwing Duck.
They have Uncle
He's the
Scrooge
uncle.
and Uncle Duck.
Yeah, why are all these ducks raised by their uncles?
Is Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Darkwing Duck. Yeah.
Darkwing Duck.
And he's another uncle.
He's an uncle.
There's all these uncles, but there's no mother. There's
Yeah,
no. Where's the
Duck
brother at?
parents
Where's the
suck.
brothers at? I know we got really off on a tangent on Disney movies.
No, we need to solve this.
But the
Chipmunks?
The amphetamines really kicked in.
Keep going, Al. Give us more.
I think we're
fucking hype.
I think Aristocrats. I mean, I'm out of
Aristocrat. They were at Cats. I don't care.
Yeah, they don't count. I think we're Pocahontas.
Yeah,
just the father. Just the
father.
Yeah.
And in the true story, I think she dies.
Hunchback of Notre Dame. Nobody.
No parents. The parents abandoned.
Hercules. Both parents were in that, but that was kind of before
Well, Zeus was alive.
Yeah. Well, the mother was around. Well, seeing that Hercules, Aphrodite is supposed to be
By the
his
way,
mom, but
possibly the most underrated Disney movie.
Snow White,
One of
mom's
the best.
dead. Thank you, Sharon.
Okay, Sword in the Stone.
Don't really
They were
remember.
adults. They were
Was it
adults.
the kid who pulled it out? Wasn't he just an orphan or something?
Probably.
Yeah,
that's why he wanted to be on. What?
Once again, that wasn't created by them, but
She
Alice.
took drugs in the fucking
Yeah.
in the
Was
woods.
Alice have any family?
Alice in Wonderland.
They don't address it.
Yeah, has a mother, does not have a father.
Well,
Might have a
does this
stepdad.
count the Goofy in the Goofy movie? It's just him.
Just Goofy.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
That
There's
is
no
one of the
Mrs.
most
Goofy.
iconic Disney movies ever.
The Leaning Tower of Cheesa.
What was
the
the
Goof Troop. That's what it was called. The Goof Troop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, God, Heavyweights. I love that movie. I can't believe that's on here. I can't wait to watch that. Like,
great.
20
Yo,
times.
Blank Check's on there too. Blank
I
Check's
know.
one of the greatest
I don't know.
movies.
Disney Plus is not paying us, but I'm
Juice?
so excited
No thanks.
about it.
I'm good. It's not all you can eat here buffet. You put some in your pockets. The women love it.
I'm just trying, and I love the fact that they turned Mighty Ducks into a cartoon about like superhero hockey playing ducks,
Which was amazing. No parents.
Gordon Bombay, no wife.
Right, I was going to say these are animated, but
Halloween Town. That's one my kids love. There's just the wife,
Just
no
the
father.
wife?
With D. Snyder? Wasn't he in that?
No, the mom just looks like D. Snyder.
Fuck.
They did like here's Freaky Fridays on here too.
For you fries on there.
Do you need my passcode so you
Technically,
can hack off
technically,
later?
Freaky Friday is only one parent because the guy is just her boyfriend, not
Yeah.
Lindsay Lohan's dad.
True.
So that dude can
Sweet
bang
Life of
Zach and Cody. Yep,
just the mom.
just the mom. Dad's gone.
What's
Well,
another?
the dad shows up in the show, but he is like I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's on drugs
Did
and
we
he
see
rides a
Sleeping
motorcycle.
Beauty?
Yeah, we did.
yeah.
Okay. I think we're starting to run out. Oh, the Princess and the Frog.
Princess of the Frog is just the dad.
Just the dad. We said Mulan is both right.
Yeah.
Frozen. We already covered that. Tangled.
Tangled.
That's
I
the
don't-
ant, right? Isn't it just the evil ant trying to take?
No, Tangled
No, I don't know. I don't
is what's the one with long hair? What's
That's
the
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel.
Yeah, it's the mom. Just the mom.
I think we've ran out of like the basic movies.
Maleficent. Oh, that's not Disney.
No,
It just
Maleficent.
looks like it would be.
Maleficent is Disney. It's Sleeping Beauty's story told from the other side.
What?
I didn't know there was another side.
It's Maleficent.
I heard the most recent one that just
Maleficent-
came out. Soup.
Is it Sleeping Beauty? The other one. It's the evil stepmother.
Dude, they got Muppet
It's
Babies
whatever
on here?
whatever one that
Oh.
where she's like mirror mirror on the wall. That's who Maleficent is. Because they also have 3 movies called The Descendants, which is based on the kids
Yep.
that are the children of the evil people in all the Disney.
All right, here you go. Lilo and Stitch, just the sister.
Just the sister, who is by far, you can talk about all the Disney princesses you want. She's the only Disney queen because she's like 17 and raising a fucking kid.
Yeah.
I love her.
And if you really want to break it down, there was.
Oh, Dumbo has a mom, no dad.
That's why I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, elephants, they just don't take care of their kids.
Dad was working.
Dad left to get some
Hannah
cigarettes.
Montana, she was Disney, and that was just
Only the dad.
Just
Billy
the
Ray
dad.
Cyrus,
Only the
right?
dad.
Yeah, mom was dead.
I think we've run out of. I finally.
Lizzie McGuire, both parents. Even Stevens, both parents. The Jersey, both parents for every kid except one of them.
Life with Derek had 2 parents.
That's So Raven, both parents.
Yeah, I can't stand that girl. Ugh.
Brink,
Raven
both
Simone?
parents.
Can't stand.
I actually probably seen every episode of That's So Raven.
I love That's So Raven, and I like this. No, I didn't like the spinoff.
Smart kid had both parents.
Smart kid.
Yeah.
You talking about smart guy?
Smart guy, whatever, yeah.
No, just the dad. Mom's dead.
Really?
Yeah, you're thinking the older sister. There's the sister,
Yeah.
the older brother, him, and Mo, and the dad, who's a
Jesus
roofer.
Christ, how much fucking Disney do you fucking dudes watch?
Well, you have
You
a
gotta
lot
remember,
of kids,
I have a
dude.
lot of little siblings, so Disney was the only thing we could
Yeah.
watch.
And I had a lot of big kids, and I don't get to watch.
You guys
TV.
are Irish and you don't know what pulling out is.
Oh, I know what it is. I just
I
too
don't
drunk
do
to
it.
remember doing it.
Yeah. When it's that small, like, it goes in and then it's over.
It's like putting a key in a lock.
Oh god. Oh, what's that?
Good radio, Al.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find more, but I think we ran out. I'm really.
Yeah, pretty much Disney doesn't care about parents.
Well,
Apparently
They're not about family values.
Like apparently, I just feel like they go out of their way.
they do it on purpose because it's,
Why? But
it's
why?
supposed to go towards kids. It's supposed to inspire kids to like be themselves. And if there's a safety net of the 2 parents in a common household, it's like, oh, why don't you just tell your parents about it or whatever? It's like because there's already strife in it, and it's I don't know, and it's
Nah,
just
it's because Disney wanted to kill the family, so they made it regular that there's only supposed to be one parent. So then we all grew up to think that you don't need to be family, and that's why there's so many single parents now.
So
We were desensitized.
Disney caused the single parent epidemic.
Yes.
Is that your?
Yep.
Is that your?
You seen that Walt Disney in his final wishes was just like make sure the divorce rate goes to 50% in this country.
No, people don't get married anymore.
Well, wait till they
That's why
thaw
the
him
divorce
out.
rate's
He'll be
low.
thrilled.
What?
I said when they thaw him out, he'll be
Yeah, yeah.
and
One day.
He won't be
Think about-
happy with
it
the
could
amount of
be an
minorities
evil
at his
genius type thing to,
place,
like,
but
we make that happen, and then Disney becomes the kids' like safety blanket. Like,
Did you ever see the American Dad where they're making fun of Disneyland?
yes.
Where they thaw him out?
Yes.
And the thing you just said is literally like an ongoing joke.
Yeah.
No,
He's just like, he's like,
Dragon.
they're not married. These kids have different parents. And they show like a black family. He goes,
Yeah, Walt Disney was an extreme racist.
yeah, dude, he was bad. I think he was a Nazi sympathizer too.
He was.
Like, we're all sitting here trying to like fucking crucify people over like a tweet like they might have made like a couple years ago. I'm like, Walt Disney's legitimately a Nazi.
Yeah.
but they
Like,
literally owned the world.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he won. Maybe that was his way. Like,
Dude, the Nazis still exist. I mean, you got to remember, NASA was pretty much based
All
off the
Nazi
ideas of Warren von Braun, who was a legitimate Nazi scientist who did experiments on Jews.
we're getting off topic.
so.
Sorry, I've listened to too much Joe
End of
Rogan.
this show. Real
When did
quick,
Walt
once
Disney
again,
get frozen?
Once again, tell them about where they can get this.
www.smokestacksalmightybeefjerky.com.
Guys, write that down.
You
have to
can
write that down.
you can find us on social media, Smokestacks ABJ. Yeah, drop a line. Would love to hear from you.
Yeah, anything else, guys? Delco IDs, check them out.
Delco IDs.
We'll put the stuff out for the Ridley versus Springfield lacrosse game coming up Black Friday at Ridley High School. It's $5 donation to get in. Think about how many people are going to be there. Just alone, say with 100+ people that are
They're
involved.
playing probably.
So
yeah.
if they all brought 2 people, that's a couple hundred people right there easily.
I love the timing of it too, because a lot of people come back to the area for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that was totally planned.
They're already here, and then you make something cool out of it. Like you're already like ready from the turkey bowl. You already did that. This is brilliant. Everything about this is brilliant.
I'm excited.
They're the best.
Like I said, we'll get those streams out. We'll put it across all our major networks so we can check it out. Delco IDs we'll have that out very shortly. How to get them? Get in line. Remember, we're going to say the first 100 people, $6.10.
$6.10.
After that, you're dyslexic. It's $10.60.
Remember
Yep.
the canned food drive at Dolan's and John Morton's?
Yep. And if you want to, like some people were asking about the Headstrong Foundation, how to be involved, go to headstrong.org and get involved. You can donate money for a Thanksgiving feast for a family, or you can. They do a lot of things. They have a lot of different options. People like getting involved. It is a great organization to be part of. We are glad to be partnered up with them in everything we do, and they do.
And it's
it
cool.
is truly Delco. And it is truly a Delco establishment.
And he brought up a good point that we ran into in the past too with them. Is everyone wants to be like, I want to go there and clean or cook them or some shit. And you got to remember, it's like actually a fucking like safety like
They have
hazard
that micro,
zone.
biological, whatever.
It was even crazy for them to let us in
there.
there. On Delco Day when I showed up to bring them burgers, I was like, I don't even know if the burgers are allowed in here right now.
Yeah.
But everyone in there is awesome. Like the people we met were great. I would love to do another tour of that again.
One of those bright, really.
What?
Oh yeah, real quick. You're absolutely correct. Hold on one second. Jim's just reminding me to do something. Guys, check out our great sponsors over at Marty McGee's Irish Pub, 1110 Lincoln Avenue.
Home of the Fat Boy Challenge.
Currently home of the Fat Boy Challenge and many other things that I'm sure coming up. 910 Chester Pike is the Tumble Inn.
Some of the best wings I
Which
can't
is
have right
hosting open mic right now.
And Edge of Philly Sports will be live there. The Monday night game for the Giants, we'll be doing a live kickoff show. Guys can come check that out, hang out with us. Joey Delco, myself, and Freddie Burns will be in the house, plus some other people. As well as 400 Lincoln Avenue, because we talked about John Morton's amazing roast beef sandwiches. Great roast pork, too. I don't think we always give it its due.
now. No, home of the best appetizer ever made, Al.
Oh, yes.
Which, by the way, almost keto-friendly-ish?
Except for the Tom No Honey.
It's a long hot wrapped in bacon with maple syrup on it.
No, maple syrup. That's right, maple syrup.
Dude, it's the greatest thing ever. It's literally the sweet, the salty, and the heat.
Yeah, I know. Scratch the maple syrup, and it's 100% keto-friendly.
Perfect.
I
Yeah.
love everything about it.
Yeah, it's great.
I love everything about it. It's a cool place. It's a cool place.
If you
and a
need
great
the
location.
recipe for tonight's amazing protein shake,
Make sure you talk to your parole officer first.
yeah,
you need to know a little bit of Portuguese.
make sure no drug tests are going to be warranted.
You have to know what the dark net is.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
If you need help.
You need a P.O. box to have it mailed to you.
Guys, seriously, we had a great time tonight. Great participation by everybody tonight, live streaming, all that stuff. Thanks to Smokestacks Almighty Beef Jerky for joining us.
Buy their jerky. Literally, fucking
Buy
buy
it.
Yeah, like
Almighty
check it out.
Smokestack
You
Jerky,
heard it
beefjerky.com.
first here. Heard it first here. Make them big because Delco Live told you so. Anything else, guys?
I love you, Delaware County. You're the best. Delco on, and never stop being you.
Amen.